All right, what's up, baby? Okay, hey, yeah,
We
I got
live, baby.
I got my notifications on for y'all. You know, anime lately. Thank you, appreciate you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, welcome back. We've been away for far too long, far too long. Honestly, I would be petty and start naming reasons why, but I won't. But just know I almost killed like everybody at some point or
Oh,
another
whoa.
in my head and in the story. But we're back. A little different. We are missing some people,
Oh my.
but it's not too bad because the story will still be provided and still be relevant, not only to everybody here and everybody missing, but also to you. It'll be an entertaining episode today. Um, as per usual, I am your DM, your petty god. Oh well, not self-proclaimed. I was given that name unknowingly. Petty god and AKA Prince Issue or Prince Issue of the Blood Mist, AKA Son of Dark Side, AKA the villain of the shadows. How are you? How are you? How are you? And will my fellow peers like to introduce themselves? Or doesn't Sam do like the intro for
Yes,
that
I
though? Yeah,
do.
yeah. Sam, go
It's
ahead, go
been
ahead.
it's been so fucking long since we've
Oh
done
my
this. We forgot the
gosh.
whole flow of
Yeah,
things.
I'm like, yo, low key. I was thinking like, wait, Vash, why you said that I started off? I thought Sam started off, but you
Yo,
see,
trust me, I had a
he's
whole
setting
intro
me
for
up,
all of
bruh.
us. I
You know
had
what,
a whole
yo,
intro.
still do my intro though. Still do my
I've
joint. Still
got
do
you. I
my
got
joint.
you.
Take it away, Sam.
Welcome, everyone, to another session of Dungeons and Dragons with Petty God and Non-Believers, where anime podcasters and mangakas come together once a month and play a homebrew campaign of Dungeons and Dragons. I am not, unfortunately, not the star of this show, but in fact, just a D&D player for fun, who plays a half-orc Askaja that makes bad rolls and points at things, but more importantly, Anime Lately's ring announcer, Sam the Manga Man. The real star is really our petty god, which means he can either choose to either be our salvation or be petty and roll natty 20s and take away our hands. We'll see, who knows. He is our dungeon masters in this campaign. He is also the editor for SSA Worldwide Podcast, Inside the Mind of a Blerd podcast, and of course, our editor for the Anime Lately podcast. He also run his own podcast called the Osa and A Podcast. Shout out to that, as always. He will kill Vash's character. Will he kill Vash's character tonight? I mean, I guess we're going to have to find out. Ladies and gentlemen, our monthly Saturday Jesus, Prince Allah.
What's good?
Our first player is someone the Anime Lately in the Twitter community knows very well. He is the wholesome content creator. His character is made for battle and takes his enemies to Suplex City. He pulls up in front of titans, not like a Kong, but like Godzilla, a king of monsters. He currently prone and one of his swords is chipped, but he's still good because he's the Goliath of 1,000 holds. He will put you in an ankle lock like Kurt Angle because he's the director of anime, the waifu sniping, Twitter check mark verifying, King of Games certifying, the Goliath fighting, Kith Graph, Ray Apollo.
Har, har, har.
Our next player lurks in the shadows and blasts magic missiles at you. When you lose your left hand, he will tell you that everything will be all right and hit you with an ice knife. He will go into your mind, maybe mend it back together. He's not a fan of the benevolent goddess that God created, and now he might be paying for it. Who knows? He plays a half-elf wizard that's packing with magic missiles and makes the rogue dragonborns his tool. Please welcome the host of the Worst Generation podcast, GB. Our last player is someone who loves pancakes and cheese, and yes, he's also someone that the Anime Lately and Twitter community knows really well as well. The blasphemy of breakfast. He is the devilishly tiefling who is a demon in the Black Clover community. Watch your back because he knows how to shoot eldritch blasts. When it comes to using his daggers, he tries to be Sung Jin Woo, but ends up becoming Sun Jin who? He has a great love for Kalitos, aka Booty Juice. He is the Hurricane Typhoon, Legend Evash, the Engage, Wholesome Booty Juice Guzzler, the Pancakes and Cheese Lover, the Tiefling Warlock Spellcaster, Shadow the Moon, aka Cheese Stroke, aka Miguel
I'm glad I'm glad that cheese stroke worked out,
Yes,
and also the blasphemy of breakfast is fucking hilarious to me.
No. You remember that meme you posted the other day when he's like, "What the wackest roaster in the group hit you with some heat and it's cooler shooting Vegeta through the chest."
Oh my god!
No, that was Vegeta whooping Gohan. You just got your ass beat.
Oh my god!
Damn.
Bash.
That was good.
Bash.
That was the best. That was the best one.
Vash, at some point, I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna
Vash,
ask you to
you
choose a
dead,
number,
bro.
and if you choose right, I will give you the option to get your revenge. If you choose wrong, you get shit out of luck. Would you like to take me up on that? Okay. I hope you have a number in your head. Wow.
Man, that was
Yeah.
I'm sorry, your character just died in real life. Wow.
Yeah. Like I'm looking out as my eyes are closed as I'm imagining this scene that we're about to set up. I'm just looking at Vash's character and I'm just like this nigga, like he just died. Like
He just died. He's dead.
he, like this, I don't know what to do with.
I
he
heard
just
the start of In the Arms of an Angel start playing as
like I'm standing in this scenery like as a god over the clouds. I'm just like, yo, that piece just broke. Like,
hey, is that his soul leaving his body? Yep.
Like I can't fix it. Sam, I can't fix this. Yeah. Why did you do this? Oh my god.
I mean, Ray was being merciful, but I mean,
that's true.
You never really
That's
asked
true.
me.
I pulled my punches and Sam said, "No, I'm about to shoot."
Oh yeah, Sam. Oh gosh.
Oh my god.
Gosh, yeah, I'll give you a chance at redemption. Oh wow. Damn. Anyway, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, last time we left off, so many. Oh my gosh, I'm about to tell you. Oh gosh. Instant regret just kicked in. Instant regret just kicked in. Now I hope I forget. Anyway, before I was interrupted, you ladies and gentlemen, the last place we left off so many moons ago, I think like 3 world wars happened in that time. A drought occurred and maybe a famine. Definitely a pandemic occurred during that time since we last played. But
this time in 2020.
But
COVID-19 BC.
But first of all, Lattice is we are missing a few players, of course, but it won't negate from the story. We'll still be able to go on. I'll have some fun with it. But Lattice had his hand missing. The dice willed it, and when the dice want what they want, I give them what they want, and they wanted a hand, and so Lattice lost a hand. Kith sword is damaged. Like if he does swing with it, it's gonna be gone. Just spoiler, warning from Gawd to the players: don't swing that sword.
I'm finna throw it.
Shadow has just been crippled ever since he came into this show. I don't think he's ever been healthy at all. So he's on the verge of death as well. Silas is just being cautious, but he ain't in the thick of it. As Gaja just, I don't know what the hell is Gaja been doing. As Gaja just been standing there. Zariba, he just been standing. No, he's been talking. He's been trying to lead. He was the de facto leader last time, and they were trying to escape the dungeon. the oh so fun dungeon where they thought they were going to die and there was absolutely no chance of death, but it was so fun. It was so fun. And Jata is chilling. Jata is not hurt either. But they went out down the hall. They thought it would be wise to face potential army of 20 rather than risk facing or not facing army of 4. They were surprised to see that instead of what was waiting them, like what were they, kind of Goliath size enemies and some orcs, they were surprised to see what was a very Goliath looking but also distinct fallen Aasimar features. So think, for people who are trying to visualize, think somewhat angelic features, but fallen Aasimars would be dark angels. So the fallen as a result. So whatever religious imagery you have of that, definitely dope. I can't reference any shows. And that person recognized Kith. Kith also recognizes this person. And he was about to set his he was getting ready to set his troops loose. And so this is where we resume with the story. And you guys, what's happening? Like, what are we doing? My man is standing before you, smirking. You know, he looks down upon all of you, especially you, Kith. And you know why. And he just, I mean, he's ready to get it popping, you know.
So, I mean, first of all, rude.
Was Kith really a lame in New York and he went to Florida talking about
wow. Technically, no. Listen,
technically, no.
I went from the north to the south, but it's fine. It's fine. You know, they pushed us out here. So run that back on what they said to us before, you know, things happened. Weren't they talking sideways?
Yeah, they were talking sideways. Yeah, he was insulting you and your homies, and also
your mom
throwing shots at you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it because one of those things where you've already took my boy's hand. You're probably about to kill Shadow Demon.
I shouldn't laugh. I really shouldn't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You just use like
Okay. You know what? I do apologize. I forgot.
We long
rest. Did give him a chance.
Yeah, we did take a nap. You're right.
So he's been healthy for a matter of like 2 hours. The first time ever.
Technically, everybody got a full 8. Everybody had a full 8.
So yeah. Oh wow, you throwing shots. Wow,
shade. Whoa. Let's see how long that lasts. Okay. So basically Kith is gonna stand his ground in front of whoever this might be. And basically kind of stand in front of the group saying, well, do you intend to talk or do you intend to have action?
Oh, also his name is Salvatore. I forgot to tell you that. His name is Salvatore.
Salvatore, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Salvatore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for anybody, and I know nobody here has ever played D&D with me, Salvatore is one of my top 2 favorite
oh boy
characters
that I've out of character. With. We ain't about to fight this motherfucker. That ain't about to happen.
So so you step up to Salvatore then.
Mm-hmm.
All right, bet. Salvatore, he smirks. He looks at you, and he kind of just. All right. Let's get shit popping, right? Salvatore looks at you, and he smirks. He lifts his hand and quickly flicks his index fingers to the left and to the right. Shadows appear, quickly zoom down the hall, and appear behind each and every one of you. Jata is knocked out, is hit prone. Zariba is knocked out, hit prone. Lattice is knocked out and hit prone. Silas, Shadow, and Esgaja are struggling, so I want you guys to roll strength checks. So that'll just be a D20 plus whatever your strength modifier is, whether it's positive or negative.
Hey, first off, I can't find my list of notes. I can't remember how to update my thing to refresh it.
Oh, exclamation point
It's just update. Yeah.
Oh, that's it?
Yep.
And
Man,
to you, Kith, Salvatore brings his hand that he had raised, his right hand that he had raised, and brings it to the side of your face.
Exclamation point. See strength. That's
yeah. Yeah.
Is he trying to punks my man's Kith?
Don't kiss me, bro.
No, hold on, sir. Hold on. Just let me set this out. You know, I've been waiting for this moment.
Oh boy.
And he looks at you, smiling, and he says, relive despair. And your eyes roll to the back of your head, and you collapse. You also go prone. What were the strength checks for the other three?
Lit.
My strength check was
I got a natural 20.
Okay.
My strength check was 15. I got a natural 16 though.
You're not prone.
Damn.
You got to put a space between the C and the
space
strength.
Between C and strength.
Give me that natural 1, baby.
Oh.
Damn, you just died for real.
What did you roll?
No, tell them what you actually rolled though.
4.
No, it's 4.
It's 4.
Yeah, it's 4. No, I was like, no, don't do this.
Okay. If it was a not 1, damn. The dice. I only serve the dice. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. What do the dice serve me? Who knows? So no,
nope.
Because if you do, I will kill you. All right. No, you're good.
What's happening now?
So you get knocked and you go prone. So Esgaja, you struggle with the shadow, and Salvatore looks to you and frowns, and he points his finger at you, and without saying the word, he just flicks his finger to the left.
About to flip me off?
No.
Wait, what?
And well, to your left. So your head hits the wall, and make a con save.
Okay.
Should have went down the first time, my boy.
I mean, I didn't expect a nat 20.
Dog, if he gets enough of that,
18.
Okay.
Good job, I gotta.
Jeez.
Got to see it through, my boy.
Yeah, you about to bob me, boy. You about to slam their head against the wall.
All right. You get woozy. He frowns again. He flicks his finger. Hits your head bangs your head against the wall. Make a con save again. I'll be fair, this one allows
24.
24. Perfect. The second bang.
I mean, wouldn't it be a disadvantage because I'm dizzy?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Because you didn't win. And he didn't have to not 20 to not to win either. So that's beautiful. He almost did. He almost did. Anyway, so you're bleeding from the side of your head. You should have gone down the first time. You really should have gone down the first time, but you wanted to roll a nat 20, so look at you.
I can't. I had good endurance.
You ever been punished for rolling well? Here you go.
Yeah, this is the first. Yeah, this is bad.
And so you finally collapse. You go prone. And for the audience, everybody is legit just laying around or off to the side in the hallway. They're in danger, right? But for my players, roll. Everybody make a Constitution check.
Exclamation point C check.
Space CON.
Come on, bro.
Oh no, I got a 6.
No,
No,
exclamation point C.
C space con.
All right, GB, it's up to you. Oh no. Oh man.
Wait, so do we need to wake up?
Hey, it looked like Silas failed, y'all. So like I'm getting pimp smacked up too.
So can you say the numbers in order for me?
So I got the lowest, it's 6.
Mm-hmm.
Silas got the second lowest, it's 7.
Mm-hmm.
Kith got 13, and Shaq got 16.
Okay, but Vash, you get up and it's now dark, so your eyes haven't adjusted yet. I mean, you do have, I think all of you have dark vision, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, this is perfect. Yeah, so your eyes haven't adjusted yet. It'll be a couple moments, but you get up and you start coughing. Oh, I appreciate you. And you're just kind of looking around. You can roll perception. Or no, roll investigation. Roll investigation.
Exclamation point C INV. Nice. Not your 20. Nice job.
Excellent.
You did it.
Nice job.
You was looking around. You don't know what you was looking for really, but because you rolled a nat 20, baby, I'm gonna bless you. You was looking around and you located the bodies of what looked to be, well, your dark vision started kicking, and you located the bodies of what looked to be Kith, what you would assume to be Kith, who was about 10 feet to your left. As you go basically counterclockwise. So yeah. I'm gonna go left and then yeah. So that means you go down. We go south. Oh God. Oh goodness me. I don't know why I set myself up like this. We look south and you see what definitely is the body of this Gaja, because his face is just looking real open and mad dumb. Like this man just tongue out, just drooling, right? And this is part of your redemption that I'm willingly giving you. Don't make me regret this. And you see like insects might have been crawling in and out of his mouth for a bit. Something urinated on his tongue. I don't know what it was, but you can assume that's not drool. You see Kith, and then you continue to your right. You see what you assume to be Silas. He's kind of just hunched over against a statue, and you get up and what do you decide to do?
You asking me what I decided to do, or you asking?
No,
It's Vash, because he's the only one awake.
Yeah, he's the only one awake.
Quick question. I wrote a 7, so I'm not even like half sleep. I'm all the way out.
He tried. He tried.
You didn't meet the requirements. Someone wrote a 13 and they still failed to meet the requirements.
Okay, I'm going back to mute then.
Yeah. So the statues to your right, that's where Silas is hunched, like kind of seated up against. Everybody's
we're all knocked out.
You're the only one awake.
Do you have dndbeyond on? So
I hate that Vash is carrying us right now.
I mean, it's also your time to shine, to help save us.
Sleep. Yep.
Yeah. You're gonna have to be the MVP of the group.
You got your moment. Don't mess it up.
As Gaja is Silas is resting against the statue to your right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Fuck Silas. Let me just check out the statue. Oh God.
I mean, technically, nobody really trusts his character just yet.
Oh, that's crazy. I mean, it's not crazy. It's actually amusing. I fuck with it. Cool. So make an investigation check.
Exclamation point C space INV. Correct. It's pretty good.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Let's find out. Barely, but like barely as in my favor. So no. You look at the statue and you kind of vaguely remember it from some stories that you probably once heard, but it doesn't impress upon you enough to warrant much thought. What would you like to do now? But are you gonna wake him up? You just gonna like kick him, slap him, shake him, yell at him, smash his face against the statue? What's up? Oh gosh. I'm sorry, Silas. Oh my goodness, go ahead.
I do respond to just, hey, wake up.
Do you know? Like, is it a nudge or you just like full blown like Sanji kick him? Oh, the fact that you do. Oh wow, the fact that you debated that. So here's what I'm gonna do.
So now Silas has to roll like a Constitution save or something to keep his ribs from getting cracked.
I mean, like
so Avash, roll a d20.
you're pretty much attacking him, really.
Basically, is what he's doing.
Unarmed strike. You're just attacking him with your hands or slapping him. It would still be damage, but yet
Silas, pray for a not one.
Because
exclamation point D20, just roll it.
Or exclamation point A.
Oh no, exclamation point R, then D20. I just want him to roll a simple D20.
I'm just staring at the Discord hoping that it's a nat
exclamation point R space 1D20. Yeah, 7.
You roll a 7? Okay. So you like step your foot back, ready to deliver a really heavy kick. A heavy, well, use what you consider to be a love kick is a really heavy kick. And you kind of just go through the motion and your foot catches a rock, so you end up just kind of just nudging Silas in the rib and almost fall over him, but you catch yourself. So Silas, I'm not even gonna play these games. Silas, you wake up with Vash like almost falling over you but catching himself. How do you respond? Your eyes are taking a moment to adjust, but you see a shadow. And I'm just telling you that it's Vash. Whether you react to it being shadow is up to you. You see a shadow whose name is Shadow.
I wake up in a daze, so because what would Silas do? I wake up in a daze, but I would have to say because of my dark vision, because I am half elf, my eyes adjust pretty quick. So I see that it's Vash, and I do like a block, like an instinctive guard, just in case I'm about to get kicked, but I don't attack that because I recognize it as him.
Okay, so now what are y'all gonna do? This is our
so now I'm awake, right?
Mm-hmm.
And is Kif and Ashgata, they're still knocked out, and
they're still knocked out.
We got Johnny Bravo, the bully Goliath over there. They're still at our heads.
Nah, you don't see anybody else. It's just you four.
Oh, it's just us?
Yeah.
He called him Johnny Bravo, but you like a bully.
I mean, no one is asked to like say like where are we, so I haven't told you guys where you woke up to.
I mean,
I did tell you there was a
we would have to pass the perception check to know, right?
Yeah, I guess that's always my first things that I always do is investigation and perception check to check for magic and check my environment. So can I
The
do that
rolls.
now, or do I still have to?
Make the rolls.
All right, let's do it. So investigation is a 19,
Nice roll.
Yes, so.
and what's perception? PER? Or
Yeah.
that's
PRC.
PERC.
Percocets. I do not.
my
promote.
perception was only a 13, kind sir.
Okay. Well, in terms of investigation, what specifically were you looking for?
Investigation is me trying to figure out where it is we are and if I recognize anything around me.
Choose one.
Where are we?
Okay. So you look around and you notice that you guys are definitely not in the hallway where you saw the Goliath Aasimar and his shadow goons. You actually notice that you're outside, surrounded by high mountain walls. It seems like you guys are in a small cul-de-sac. Snow is lightly falling. It's kind of chilly, but not too cold. And there's a statue in the middle.
These fucking
And
statues.
you still see Kith and Esgaja just like passed out, respectively where they are, as well as a path that leads upward and a path that forks off from it. It leads downward. What would you like to do?
So Silas sees Ashgada and Kif lying on the ground, and he makes a comment to himself like, "These oafs, they just sleep wherever they fall." Because of how they slept in the alley on the first night. Question: am I able to do charm on a sleeping individual to wake them up? Is that a thing? Does it work that way?
No,
It doesn't say that I can't.
because most of them involve having to hear the spell and then being aware of hearing that spell. If you're sleeping, then you're not aware of hearing the spell. So I won't allow that. You do love charming
Okay.
people.
It's my look, man. I'm trying to use. So I will do prestidigitation, the word I can
Yeah,
never
that
say,
word.
to conjure up a musical alarm of sorts for both Ashgada and Kif to attempt to wake them up first before I do anything else. Because they're all within range, right? 10 feet. 10 feet is my range.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna do that to conjure some musical notes to attempt to wake them first before I do anything else.
Roll a d10 for me.
Is that just check R D10? I mean exclamation point R D10.
Exclamation point R space 1d10. Yeah.
1d10. I only did D10. Hold on. That's a 4. That's not sounding too effective.
Yeah, so the volume is it's working, but the volume is not loud enough to wake them up. It's actually quite soothing, and it actually kind of further puts them into sleep.
God damn it. Okay, so I am going to waste my turn because I'm going to walk over to Kif and use my staff to poke him gently to wake him up.
Which one?
Who you poke gently?
Kif with my quarterstaff. Yes.
Okay,
I
good.
poke him to wake him up, and that would have to be my turn.
Where do you poke him? Oh, and it's not like you're taking turns. You know, you can do stuff like. I mean, unless you want to monopolize the time, you just don't monopolize the time. But you don't need to speak in terms of like, oh, this is my turn and I have to wait a turn. You're fine.
Okay.
This is just simple RP.
Right. Okay. So I walk with my quarterstaff. I poke both Kif and Ashgada in the, I guess in the ribbish area to get that nice alert wake up.
All right, roll a d20. I want to see how hard you get it.
Well, he's rolling a d20. John, thank you for another $5 donation. What in Vash has to watch Hunter x Hunter by August 31st, or he loses waifus on his lips is going on here. Also, question to Abe: what kind of assimar are you running?
I wrote a 9.
Okay, so you give him a firm poke in the ribs, and
But it's Kif and Ashgata, so it's not much that my poke will do to these guys.
Yeah, but fortunately for you, you kind of knew what you were doing, and you got him right in the soft spot, but not enough to actually hurt him, but enough to kind of make him alert. So they kind of just slowly like get up. Mind you, is Gaja spitting out from his mouth, or he's chewing? I don't know. You like insects? I don't know. You a wild one. You sleep on rocks. You might, insects might be like a snack to you. How you want to do that?
I am a poor man from the military.
Oh,
so.
you disgust me. You are disgusting. Oh my gosh.
Ashgata wakes up and goes, what do they say in Lion King? when he picks up the rock.
Oh god.
It's high in protein.
It's a delicacy.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever.
I need water to wash it down.
Yo, gosh, nasty person.
So that works to wake up Ashgata and Kif, and I think that is the last thing I need to do, because I was gonna attempt to do them some armor if that didn't wake them up. Yeah, that's it. I'm good where I'm at. So I woke them up. I did investigation. Yeah.
It's whoever other people step in. I know it's been a while.
Okay. Yeah, all right.
I feel like
I'm gonna sit up like the Undertaker.
Oh gosh! All right, I'll allow it.
I do this. I do that same thing too, because
with insects.
While they wake up, Silas makes his way to the front of the cul-de-sac to at least have a better vantage point to things that are coming their way, and to see beyond the cul-de-sac while they wake up.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm gonna role play like my head. Where are we? I mean, I have dark vision, but I guess I'm trying to look around.
Ashgata, glad to have you with us. We're in a cul-de-sac. There's snow, statues. I don't really recognize where we are, but we seem to have been knocked out by Kif's older brother.
Kif kind of chokes. I don't have an older brother.
Savatar them.
That would have been a great idea, but no. No, this one is more fun.
Nigga Kif.
Yeah, that's basically what it is.
How many statues do we see?
There's just the one.
It's just the one. It's the large one. Does this statue look exactly like the one we saw in the previous campaign?
I don't know. You haven't like Vash looked at it, but he didn't roll well enough for me to get descriptive about it. So
all right, fine. I'll go in there like, what the hell is this thing? And I guess I'm looking at it, investigating. I guess like, the hell is this junk?
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna stand up. By the way.
Yeah, roll that investigation check. Sam. See what we get.
10, not enough. I don't know what it is. It's just a statue.
It's just a dumb statue, a dumb piece of rock.
We have a lot in common.
Oh damn!
I'm gonna roll a perception check of the area outside the cul-de-sac, since I'm now at the apex of the cul-de-sac and I can see outside of it. So I'm rolling a perception check right now to see if there's anything that Silas can see from where he stands.
Did anybody else try looking at the statue?
I'm gonna walk over and look at the statue as well.
I rolled a 21 on my perception.
So for you notice that there's two paths. The second one branches off from the first one a bit ways, like about 40 feet, and it seems to lead downward, while the first path leads. No, I had it reversed. The first path leads upward, and the second path cuts off and leads downward. You can tell that it's a very rocky area. There's high cliff walls. So it just looks like you're walking. You surmise that you're probably in some type of canyon. Um, the weather is dark. It's a cool night though. There's a soft breeze that is coming through, and what sounds like a faint. Was it a natural 20?
No, it's a dirty
No, it
20.
was dirty 21.
Dirty 21.
And there's something that there's a sound that kind of just registers in your head, just to have a mental note for you, but you can't quite put your grasp on it. What exactly is it? But it kind of sounds like a melody, but you're not sure if it's a melody. But you don't think much of it, and that's what you know.
Can I tell two questions? Can I tell which way the melody is coming from, and
Nope.
which path is the rockier of the two, the upward path or the downward branch off path?
They both look about the same.
About the same.
Yeah.
Okay, so Silas then, after seeing all this, he walks back over to the group that is near the statue. Silas fills them in on everything that he saw. So uh, I've gone to check out the apex of the cul-de-sac. I noticed that there are two paths that we seem to can take. There's an upward and a downward path, and they look equally difficult. I don't know which way we should go at this point, but has anyone noticed, or does anyone remember what happened to the rest of our uh, group members, our party members?
I mean, I was the last one still awake, but you keep bashing my head into the wall. Everything's a little fuzzy.
Okay. I heard a musical sound coming from one of the paths, and I can't tell which way it's coming from, but I suggest that we choose one of the paths and attempt to find the rest of our party members. It doesn't look like there's anything in this cul-de-sac area. It's up and down.
You have to go somewhat up, and then there'll be a path that branches off to your right that begins to go downwards, or you
There's a
assume
path
it goes
that go-
downwards.
And there's
So
a path that
regardless,
goes
you
to my
have to
left that
work.
goes up.
Yeah, regardless, you have to walk 40 feet upwards.
And Kid goes, last time I chose a direction, it didn't work out so well. So I'll abstain from this one.
I do not recommend traveling with a hurt.
Hey guys, out of character, I'm just gonna say this as a fan from the chat, and I'm just gonna read this anonymous message that was put in invisible ink. Dang, it sounds like your DM was just being petty, huh, Ray? All right, that's the message I just want to read. Shout out to that patron whose name is anonymous Abe.
Wow.
Abe. So thank you for your message. Continue, Ray.
Wow. Anyway, he's gonna start to walk what he thinks is north, which is up.
Scout just following the best he can. But I guess I'll take. But I'm gonna. Actually, no. I'll wait for GB. I'm sorry. I'll wait for Shadow and I'll wait for Silas first. So it's better if I take the back and they take the middle.
Okay.
So,
Silas is walking up directly behind Kif, and he's telling Kif that we should do the downward path. Or no, wait. I think I misunderstood you, Abe. So we go up 40 feet, and then the only way for us to go now is down, or there are two paths, one to the left.
You can continue going straight and up and continue upwards, or you can go to the right and follow a path that you assume leads downwards because it starts to go down, but you don't know where
Okay,
it's
so
going.
Silas says the Kif.
No, you said left.
Yeah, like you have to start walking
go straight.
first. Yeah, you have to go 40 feet first, and then go either straight or go to the right.
So Silas to Kif. I propose that we continue straight. The higher path will give us a better vantage point, and we may have a better opportunity to see our other party members. If we go down, we don't know what can drop down beyond us from this canyon, and we don't know what type of caves or where else we could be headed into.
And he looks at Silas, still walking by the way. He goes, are you not able to communicate with any of them with your brain?
Let's see. I do have a spell I could pull out, but
John, thank you for another $5 donation. Abe isn't petty.
But it's the song, right, Abe? So like comprehend languages wouldn't work because I understand the song. I just don't know where it's coming from, correct?
You don't understand the song.
Oh, I don't understand the song?
No. You didn't roll a natural 20.
I wrote a dirty 21. That's blackjack, bro.
Yeah, and you were able to hear something.
Yeah, the house always
and
wins.
make
too.
a mental note of it, but you can't quite place it.
So,
but now
Silas,
it's in the back of your head because later I may, play on it and it gives you an advantage. But if you don't want me to give you an advantage, I can just remove that.
So Silas attempting to be kind of humorous after watching Mage Talk on his tablet, turns to Kif and goes, "What do you mean by that?" And Silas also informs Kif there's two options he can take. He can either try to detect thoughts of any creatures that are around us, or he can try to comprehend language for the song that it is that we're hearing, or that I'm hearing.
And he goes, "Are you unable to detect their thoughts?"
So I am going to give that a shot. Let's see. What does it say I have to do? No, actually, I can't do that because I have to be able to see the creature within 30 feet of me. And since I can't see the creature, I can't detect the thought. But I can attempt to comprehend the language of the song that I hear.
Well, that would also be of use. Either one would be fine.
So I am going to do the comprehend language. And it doesn't say I have to roll anything, Dungeon Master Petty God.
So you did comprehend language so you could try to understand the song? Try to understand what you heard?
Yeah, because you said I don't understand the song, so I want to understand the song.
Okay, well, first of all, I said that it's like a melody, but you're not sure if it's a song. It could be a fucking death cry for all you know.
Oh, this is just a lo-fi beat.
You hear a sound. You hear a sound, but you take note of this sound. Like this sound will play in the back of your head, because in the back of your head you're going to be mulling over this, but you won't be able to understand what it is right now.
So screw all that, Kif. We can just keep walking straight.
All right, then. Let's keep walking straight.
You have no idea where it's coming from. You don't know if it's getting louder, if it's just constantly playing in the back of your head.
Okay, so the song is playing in the back of Silas's head, and we just keep walking straight. So we're going, I propose to Kif that we continue straight upwards to have the better vantage point. I guess Silas starts to hum the song. I don't know what the song sound like.
Kif is gonna nod.
You're not able to hum it either. It's you aren't able to place it. So it's just a sound that's played in it. It's like a
God not letting me have no fun with this.
Yeah,
song.
I'm not
Right? I mean, like, come on, that's a good song.
No, I'm not letting you have fun because then like it's not gonna make sense when I do reveal what it actually is.
Okay, I'm with you.
And you're gonna look
Baby
like a
shark doo.
And look, at that point, you're gonna make yourself look real dumb in front of your party members. And I don't know if you want that.
All right,
if you want that, I'm willing to go that route with you.
Bro, I've been looking dumb the past 3 campaigns. This is what I do at this point.
You want that? All right, then hum whatever you think it is.
I got robbed by an alligator. A fucking shark ate me.
Hum whatever you think it is. Hum whatever you think it is.
No, I'm good, man. We walking up the hill.
No, go ahead. You got it, G. You got it. Take it.
I told Kif, let's proceed to his straight. And we headed up the hill. We keep walking to try to reach the top of this path that we're on.
Okay. So as you guys walk you guys are walking a distance. It's gonna take you you guys walk for about 2 hours. So if you guys want to talk, do you guys have any RP you want to do during those 2 hours or no?
You mean like short?
Or am I just on a fast travel?
So Silas talks to Kif, and he tells Kif that was a strange interaction that we had with the guy that bashed Ashgada's head into a new shape. He asks Kif did he recognize the person?
No, you guys didn't see. You didn't see Asgaja get his head back. She was the last one.
No, yeah, I told them like I was the last one.
I'm using that for reference. So you guys
I told them
about.
that. But I did tell them about that.
I forgot to tell y'all this. When y'all woke up, it's because I was debating whether I include this or not. Y'all are not wounded. Y'all are actually clean. Like y'all are clothed and whatnot. It's just.
Is my sword still almost broke?
No one asked to see what they were wearing, so I guess I'll tell you now. You guys aren't wearing the clothes that you wore.
We just booty butt ass naked?
No, you're in clothes. It's just not clothes you're familiar with.
Just making sure.
Yeah,
I need an adult.
Yeah, same here. Are we equipped?
Damn, y'all was just gonna walk around like not knowing shit. Jeez.
I don't look at my clothes.
Y'all don't have any weapons either.
Oh man.
Well, you have the quarterstaff. You had a quarter. Well, what you thought was a quarterstaff was just happened to be a stick that was beside you. But like now that you really look at it, you have no weapons.
No weapons. Just your hands.
You're not even wearing the clothes you got knocked out in.
Good thing I carry my weapons everywhere I go.
You're not even inside the hallway.
You see these right here from the Gawd.
Dang, you know y'all just wake up and be vibing. Just wake up and vibes. Not even like let me
bro, because who changed my clothes for me? Why would I even assume they're changing my clothes?
I'm just assuming you say this out loud in the game too.
Right. I am new to the Dungeons and Dragons campaign thing. I didn't even know changing my clothes was a thing. I thought we was like Doug. I thought my fit was the same.
We was like Doug. He said, I thought we was like Doug. Oh my God.
They got me out here in a new fit, bro. Okay, so is my fit flyer than my initial fit?
Yeah, we like wearing better clothes, or we just
I just want to say, so like if you just woke up after you guys were attacked, you're not gonna like check yourself over and see like, yo, am I bleeding? Am I missing limbs? Y'all don't.
I was checking my head. Like I was just checking like the head that got bashed into. Like
I didn't.
That's literally what I was trying to. There
would have been no wound. Like
so based on
what's your fit? Your
premonition.
All in tunics. Think like Hercules, the Kevin Sorbo Hercules, and regular like brown, different shades of brown. As Gaja, you're wearing like a darker gray tunic with pants. That's all you guys. Is very rustic.
Because like I
did my tunic come with tights, or is my tunic just open bottom?
It's open bottom.
Okay.
But you got shorts on too. You got like
okay.
Nice. They're not like long
do we know
patchy plant pants. They're short though.
I guess the Skyjan checks the clothes and like
you don't recognize it. I don't care what you roll, you won't recognize it.
Hey, I mean, Silas I wasn't wearing a shirt before, but
yeah, no, we know you just be vibing with pants and that's it.
As a poor man.
I don't even think you own underwear. Do you even own a toothbrush? Nasty ogre.
So Silas does a quick body check and a clothing check based on the premonition he just received from the Lord.
I would like to do one too.
Pants and shoes. He wipes himself down and he thinks to himself, "I'm okay, but this fit is kind of huff." Silas tries to check the pockets and the folds of the outfit to see if there's anything that he finds.
Nope, nothing.
Maybe an inscription, embroidery, a clothing tag with someone's name on it, possibly.
Nope.
Not even the 5 coins I got stolen.
Nope.
Maybe some loose flowers or herbs in the pocket so that he could be like the rest of his campaign members. Nothing of the sort.
You have nothing. You found
nothing.
I
have nothing.
You just
so Silas continues his lonely walk of 2 hours up the road.
Depressed. Not even talking to kids somewhere.
I was gonna ask.
I would like to check for my clothes too.
I can answer his question.
You can check. I told y'all. None of y'all are finding anything. It's the same result for everybody.
Oh, so Sammy said that we.
Yeah, You don't know how you guys ended up in this. You don't know
So
what clothes it is.
may I ask Keith? Yeah, like, yo, Keith, how do I look?
Oh my gosh. Vanity check.
Okay, back on topic.
And then Kenneth is gonna,
I forgot.
Kenneth is gonna snap his neck back real quick. And he's gonna say a tiefling, and then turn back.
And then back on topic, since we established that Ashgada did inform us about the head bashing, can we continue with the question that I asked Kif and get back on that whole train of thought? So Kif.
Well, I will be honest. It looked vaguely familiar, but I could not see them. I don't know them.
Can I see them and you don't know them?
God, do I at least have some blurry visions of someone of how they look like?
Of what?
Of the guy that bashed my head in?
It was a shadow. Like it was just shadow creatures that just pulled up from behind y'all, and
we have nothing.
It was just cloud. The only face you can point to remember is Salvatore. Dang, y'all not even gonna question Kif about Salvatore.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. But GB was doing something, right?
That's what I was gonna ask during a 2-hour walk. When I had the chance to go for my turn, I was gonna say. So Keith,
wait, time out. I'm real quick, Vash. I'm confused. I thought Salvatore and the shadow person were one and the same.
No, Salvatore flicked his finger to the left and to the right, and shadow creatures zoomed down the side of the wall and one appeared behind each and every one of you.
You got like ultimate jutsu Shikamaru.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood that part. That's where I'm having to disconnect that. So I'm actually in actuality asking Kif about Salvatore. Then.
Oh, okay, cool, copy. So never mind asking the question because that was gonna be mine.
Yeah, that actually had to be number one within that 2-hour talk.
Okay, so then, Kif, I am asking out of character for permission. Would you like me to be informative with the information or discreet with the information?
Oh, you can absolutely be informative. It makes it a little bit more juicy.
All right, bet. So, Kif is just going to I'm going to give you the basis, and basically you have free reign of how you want to formulate this. But I'm announcing it for everybody so it makes it easier, and I don't have to start typing stuff. Kif, you recognize Salvatore as a ethereal entity that has lived for centuries and is responsible for all the damage that displaced you from your home. You know that this is, in terms of big bads, you just met the big bad. He nearly erased your clan. He has toyed with just his armies for centuries, constantly going to war. He's responsible for several major wars throughout history. I'll let you play that as you will if you want to use that information. And yeah, so you're just as confused as anyone else as to why he showed up, but it means no good things. So however you want to RP that information, go for it.
Long story short, all my homies hate Salvatore, but no.
Basically.
So Kenneth's just gonna tell Silas. He's gonna say, "Well, him being there, my history with him or not is not a good sign. I'm still." He thinks about it. He goes, "I don't think we've known where we've been this entire time, and now we're in a new place. I'm getting a bit confused."
Silas, can you give me a gauge of how strong Salvatore is, or if we should be worried about him showing up? Can you best him in combat?
As much as I would love to tell you that I could handily handle him in combat, that is not something I can promise.
Okay. Do you guys got questions?
Yes.
Same I do.
Askasia just bluntly asked, so why did you decide to go to the island? Since the first campaign, what was your goal? Why did you want to come to the island?
And he just kind of glanced back over his shoulder and he goes, I'm here for power. Simple as that. To defeat the likes of Salvatore.
And my question, Shadow asked, so should we be worried of him coming back?
And he goes, we should be more worried about leaving here. Wherever here is.
Perfect. So as you guys are conversing, you guys are continuing to walk upwards. The path gets a little steeper, but you guys are all relatively athletic enough to where it doesn't slow you down and cause too much strain. You end up leveling out what seems to be a field in the mountains, and there are some huts. Everybody's passive perception past this one. You guys see some huts, and for all of you, it's kind of shocking because this looks real old school. It doesn't make sense with anything that you.
And thank you for another $5 donation. I cannot tell. Is Ray's character voice will tell me that I am your father, or start singing the Grinch theme song. Sorry, Ray, it's too easy.
For those that don't know, Ray knows how to sing. So if you ever want to say it's your birthday, Ray will sing for you.
Are you just pimping out Ray's voice?
I can do that for money.
Yeah. Well, yes,
so you're telling the people that it's their birthday to pay for you to sing for them. That's their birthday.
Should receive their birthday money.
Good point.
Okay, so do we roll perception to
set up?
No, all of you
good.
see this. Yeah, all of you see this. This is for now. It's up to what you guys want to do.
And before they can say it, Kid's gonna look at them and he's gonna go, do any of you know where we are?
Do we recognize the area?
No, to all of you, it's just strange. Like you just know that this place probably shouldn't exist. Like there should be no places in the world this like old school. Like civilization. There is civilization. Please, like these people don't look like they've ever seen a ship in their life. Well, not these people, but you can just tell from the environment that there's a lot of modernization that hasn't touched this area.
So they old school with it, basically.
Yeah, but you don't see any people. There's no people there.
Question. I could see up to 60 feet with my or 40 feet, right?
I told you everything you needed to see. So at this point, do you want to talk or do you want to enter a hut? You want to start exploring?
While we decide that, GB, thank you for another $5 donation. Make Ray sing a song.
Oh God! It'd be your old people. Well, he paid. He paid.
So as we walk up to the village, Silas suggested Kif to sing a song of welcome, so that the people won't be afraid of us as we approach them.
Oh, you really want me to sing the song for you?
Hold on. Wait, I just want to say this real quick. Nigeria just beat Team USA.
I saw.
You know, that puts me in a really good mood. And as a result of me being in a really good mood, I'm about to have so much fun with y'all. So shout out Omo Naija. Shout out to the Super Eagles. We fly high. We stomp on y'all USA.
By the way, that was a good match.
Mad or not. So I'm Omo Naija. Let's go. Continue.
What was the event?
The Olympics.
It was like a scrimmage in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Like
what sport? What event?
Oh,
basketball.
Sorry, basketball.
I go. What was the event? The Olympics.
I assumed everybody knew what I meant when I was saying Nigeria was playing Team USA.
Oh my God!
That I'm not amongst the same circle.
And there was also a match with soccer today with Colombia, and they were doing much better in this match than the match they had last week for the semi-finals. I was so mad with that shit. I'm like, how y'all doing better? Shit got me mad. Anyway, yeah.
So yeah, I
Ray singing too.
Well, I was gonna converse to the team. Should we investigate the hut and this
Uh,
village?
We're definitely doing that, but as we approach, we need Ray to sing the song of welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's gonna look at Silas, and he's gonna. You want to hear a welcome song?
Yes, I would very much so like to have you provide a welcome song so that the villagers do not fear us.
Ah, well,
Since you are the biggest one, if you approach them with a jolly song, they may realize that they have nothing to fear.
And Kith looks at him, and he kind of cracks a smile. He goes, "Ah, yes, I do have a song that we sang as we entered villages back in the day."
Oh God.
And he just kind of he pipes up and goes, "All of you, listen. I'm about to whip up all y'all's ass. Oh, I'm about to whip up on y'all's ass. Y'all better come out right now, cause I ain't coming in there. So come on out so I can whip up on your ass." He looks at Silas and he goes, "Yes, the battle chant."
Silas thinks to himself, he wishes that Jota was with them right now to add a beautiful melody to those amazing lyrics. It does make Silas chipper for one, and he does a death march, knees high in the air, as they walk up to the village.
All we need is a flag now.
Stick. Where's that stick?
The quarterstaff. Silas takes his quarterstaff. Silas takes his quarterstaff and he death marches into the village with Kim
right.
singing at his ready.
So that's how
we
y'all
had-
enter.
We head straight for the closest hut to us,
Mm-hmm.
so that we can investigate and begin to investigate and work our way through the village.
Cool. So who enters first? Decide amongst yourselves.
That would likely be
I'll enter
Silas.
first. No, I'll go first.
Do you fit?
I don't know. We'll find
The
out.
town, right? It's a hut. It's a the hut.
He fits.
Oh, he fits.
So that tells you the size.
If it sits, I fit.
Okay. So Silas walks in directly behind, I guess, Kif. And let me do.
Do all of you
investigation.
roll in? No, you don't need to roll investigation. Do the other two walk into, or do you guys stay
Well,
put?
before we walk in, do I see any people?
No, nobody. You don't see anybody outside.
Okay, then I guess I'm heading in.
You two, Shadow.
Yes, I do
Okay.
as well.
Silas asks the team, should one of us stay guard at the door just in case?
I'd rather we all stay together than to like have one person outside separated from us.
That sounds good.
Kid goes, "Yeah, why sap our strength when we need everything we can get? None of our other comrades are around."
We also have no weapons. I just realized.
So we all
then-
walk into the hut, Petty God.
But then Shadow asks to Keith, while we're entering the town, as we hear that the town didn't fully welcome us, so it came to a thought that I think Keith should sing again, so the town should once more hear and also welcome us.
Thank you, Legendary Vash, for another $5 donation.
Damn.
We need another song to make sure the town here.
Hey,
wants
I'm
to
in a
enter the
great
town.
mood. So if the money's coming in, Kith, I'm all for it.
So Kith is gonna turn around, kneel down to get like eye level with Shadow. He's gonna go, "The battle song is an entry song. We are already inside."
Oh God. Well, you gotta sing it then. You still gotta sing.
He goes, "You'll wait until we leave and you'll hear the exit song."
That's fair. That's fair.
And then
Okay.
Shadow said, "You sure? Because I hear another type of donation at the end of the ending once we leave. That's possibly so. I think we should hear the entry song. We should hear that battle cry."
And he's gonna get real close to his face this time
No.
and go, "I told you. The entry song is sacred. We only sing it upon arrival. There are 2 songs, one to enter, one to leave.
Well, kid, you got paid $5. You got to come up with a song right now.
It won't be the same. You can't do it because if you do that, it's
All
gonna
right, then you
curse
have
all
to,
of us.
Then you have to do an entry song, whether that happens in this session or the next one. There's gonna be an exit song. So
there has to be an exit song.
We'll keep that in the cut, Vash. I won't forget.
I won't forget either. Trust me.
You guys all enter the hut, and before you see what looks to be a horrific bloodbath. It's difficult to tell who these people are, like what race they may be, because body parts are not complete, kind of mixed in, and there's just a lot of blood and what looks to be fungal growth and just decaying insects. All of you guys see this. Oddly enough, there's no stench though.
Silas turns to Ashgada and goes, "Lots of insects. I know that's your thing."
Oh god.
It's a means of survival.
Oh, gross. And he's gonna look at you and say, "This is not a time for singing."
If a shadow, I throw up. I am disgusted by all this blood and.
Oh, you want to
dead
throw
body.
up? Oh, I've never heard a character say they want to throw up before.
Never heard a
Do you
D&D character.
Yeah, right. Like he
All right,
We're
usually
adventurers.
usually the DM will tell you roll a con save.
But he wants to throw up, so he
Nah.
throws up. Cool. You already said you threw up.
Now the hut reeks of throw up.
I moved, by the way. Just I went about my business.
You lucky I didn't make him roll a D5 with a
Wow.
2 or a 1, ended up being that he vomited on one ago. But yeah, no, he vomited. Now you got so you vomited, but there's no stench.
John, thank you for another $10
Silas-
donation.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry. Can we meet Ray? Can we make Ray sing about how Vash should be watching Hunter x Hunter, since that is the real meta? By the way,
okay.
Vash, are you in the Black Clover Summit chat?
Vash.
Y'all want me to sing about Vash?
About how Vash should be watching Hunter x Hunter.
Oh, okay.
Are you in the Black Clover Summit chat?
Oh yes, I am.
I'll give you a
Okay.
quick one. I know about this little hole. Their name is Vash. I can't stand them sometimes, though. Oftentimes, they should be watching Hunter x Hunter, but they choose to watch other garbage. Hunter x Hunter is one of the goats. This man claims to be someone who likes to talk about goats. He lied. The end.
He lied.
He lied. That he lied part took me out. He lied. I was like, that he lied, huh?
Vash, you watching that ass.
No, yeah.
Okay. Silas makes note that Shadow has just thrown up, and that too has no stench. And so Silas says to the party, of all the dead bodies and the insects and the decay, and now this disgusting, chunky, rancid throw up that has come from this creature. Has anyone noticed that there's no smell?
So Kith thinks for a second, and without another moment, he goes, "Shadow,
Hello.
Yes.
Shadow.
and he's just gonna open palm slap him. Does he feel it?
Roll a D20.
Damn.
No, Ray rolls it. Ray rolls the D20.
Why was that your choice of things to do?
He's a Goliath. What did you expect? Oh man!
Oh my god! A natural one!
I wanted him to feel it. Now he ain't gonna feel it.
You be the one feeling it.
So,
Wow.
Vash, they've been. You know what, Vash? They've been bullying you all week, huh? They've been bullying you all week.
They have.
Well,
They have.
you know what? I'm
It's
a
been longer than a
benevolent.
week.
I'm a benevolent God, right? And so,
And
I'll
you
just
are in a
tell
good
you,
mood.
I'll tell you what this. I mean, the good move is not a good thing for y'all. I don't know what
Oh,
assumption
no.
that fell under.
I don't
But
like this.
but I'm happy to do this because I love nat ones, right? They put me in a good mood as well. Um, Kith approaches Vash, reaches out for Vash and prepares an open palm slip. Vash kind of just like steps back because he realized that he felt like Ray was a bit too close, and Ray like doesn't time it right and kind of just stumbles and falls right into the mess of gore and bodies, and he kind of just starts to sink in a little bit.
Wouldn't he be right in the way?
No, because yo not one spun you around in whatever cartoony way possible that anybody wants to imagine. And you fell into the gore and the rotting meat and the your hand is inside one of your fingers is poking into the middle of a rotted brain that is in half a skull right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you just in a whole bunch of mess, and you kind of sunk in, so it's kind of like creeping over your chest a little bit. You see your abs, your pecs are kind of covered. Your hair is in this shit. You got the shit in your hair for sure. And your elbows are in it. Your fingers are like in and out and whatnot. So yeah,
those details.
Then he goes, he just kind of looks at it and he goes, "There's no smell." So now he just confirmed it. There's no smell.
Well, that's one way to get it done. You wanted to confirm something. You were going to confirm
it's
something
true.
either way, right? See,
that's
so
true.
I'm a benevolent God. Maybe me being in a good mood is good for y'all. Maybe that's what this is.
Did Kif sniff his fingers after slapping Shadow?
Yes, he did.
There was no smell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He pulled that finger out of that brain and he sniffed it. It was like there's no smell.
We confirm there's no smell. Petty God, if I do a perception, would that help me determine if there's magic in the room that's keeping us from smelling anything?
Mm-hmm. You can do it.
Is that the right check to do, or am I supposed to do something different?
I'll allow perception.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me roll that up.
Or would I allow insight? I feel like
I can do either. Or.
Do insight.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do truth for this situation. Yeah.
Insight was a slightly 12.
Oh, unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
You don't sense anything.
Okay.
You just know that you can't smell, and it seems like none of you can smell.
None of us can smell.
And you said that we are inside a church, right?
A hut.
A hut. Oh, thank you.
Where church come from?
I don't know.
I guess what Ray's singing.
No, it's just that
church.
I felt the hut and everything, and I felt like dead bodies and everything. I don't know. In my head, I just felt on top of Castlevania shit. In my head, I felt like church. I don't know why.
Hey, that's booty because I just accidentally wrote an insight on the actual D&D app. I wrote a 23.
Yeah, I saw that.
You wasted that. Wow.
I didn't mean to do that. I was just trying to click to see.
How dare you?
I didn't even know I could roll on this
Kip
site.
is gonna start trying to get up.
No, I mean you try, but kind of keep sinking in further.
So he just with straight face, he just goes.
Your nat one is going to follow you a little bit.
Okay.
Just to let everybody know, nat ones linger. They don't.
At least I didn't lose a head.
Damn.
So he's just like he looks at them stone cold and he goes, "I'm stuck."
Askasia is gonna go in and look around or investigate. Was it a fight or battle that happened inside the hut? Like did they get ambushed?
You can tell that whatever was in here was a massacre. It's too much of a mess to distinguish whether. Did you roll for it?
You took that. That was the thing you told us. What we saw was.
Oh yeah. From what you were able to tell, it's just you can't tell what exactly happened here, but you know whatever it was definitely a massacre. It's just too messy of a situation and too just chaotic of a situation to kind of be able to piece anything just off of looking.
Do we see weapons?
No, there are no weapons.
Hey God, may I check on the walls if there's any claw marks on the hut? like see if this was done by some type of monster or if this was done by magic. Just like
Roll for it. Roll
which one do you want me to roll?
While he's rolling,
investigation.
Silas walks up and attempts to put his hand through the wall.
And you want to roll what, God?
You punch a hole through the wall.
If it's gonna like sit there with his arms crossed, I'm stuck.
Well, I mean, not that you punched a hole, because I assume you tenderly put out your hand. Like your hand kind of ripped through the material of the hut.
I'm guessing it's
I help
cheap, yeah.
Askaja helps up Kith.
Well, of course, Gaja wouldn't mind stepping into his mug. So
He eats insect. I mean, and sleeps in alleys. So
And
he
God,
eats this shit.
what do you want me to roll?
Roll investigation, because you're specifically looking for something.
the walls or something.
12.
He's looking for.
Yeah, 12.
Yeah, you don't find nothing of
I don't
note.
find
You
nothing,
just you just looking around at this point. While everybody's doing something, you just looking around, just standing looking around.
Just trying to look important.
Like that supervisor who doesn't do nothing but delegate and be like, yeah, I'm working hard. Let me show up to the site and be like, yeah, no, yeah, y'all go that way, yeah, let me write this. That's what Shadow is doing right now.
So Silas ends up just poking a larger hole in the wall and kind of just taking a look outside into the village to see what else is out there beyond this hut.
You see more huts.
More huts. Any statues or anything else in the village?
No.
So Silas just casually just pushes his whole body through the wall, similar to like Homer Simpson walking backward into the bushes.
You really just gonna rip apart these people's.
No one's here.
Like
We can't
this?
smell. We can't smell.
No
anything
one's
anyway.
here.
They all dead right in front of us.
You just go desecrate their home. This is
That's
their
not-
like grave.
Well, we can come back and bury them later. Shadow would be happy to.
Wow.
So Silas.
So rude.
Silas pushes his way through the door, but on his way out, he forms it in a way so it looks like a beautiful back balcony patio area. And he pushes out the backside of the hut and walks to the next closest hut. And then steps inside.
Okay. So, y'all let me know what the rest of y'all are doing. But while he steps inside, he sees a similar image to the first hut.
Do I smell anything inside this hut?
Nope.
So same as the first in like sense wise as well.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Askaja goes out the hut. Like, do we see like torches or flames? That's like
Nope.
just shadows, like darkness of huts.
Yeah, it's just nighttime, but you can tell because it's a well lit night sky. The sky is clear, so natural lighting shows you that there are hut like structures around, and nothing more or nothing less that you can tell, unless you decide to investigate a few of them.
Yeah, I was gonna go to another hut and investigate and see.
Roll investigation for me.
And God, am I still looking around in the hut?
Oh,
And
that's up to you. That's up to you. You just want to be steady there while everybody starts to
you
leave.
chose to do that, Shadow.
I rolled
I'm
a
gonna-
14.
Okay.
Silas continues his journey, just investigating each hut as he goes to see if he can find anything.
Roll an investigation.
Do I find anything at 14?
Hold on, I'm trying to see what he rolls as well.
Oh, you're speaking to me?
Yeah,
Petty God?
yeah. To the next one
hold
that you go to.
It's a check, right? Not an R.
Yeah, check.
Right? All right.
Ooh, nice. 18.
18. Nice.
3018, natural 12.
Okay. So in that, it just registered to me what you just said. All right. So in that case, it's Gaja. You see a similar situation as to Hut 1, except not as concentrated, so less damage in here, maybe less victims. Otherwise, nothing else. Silas, in the next room, you walk into, you see again a similar situation. but you notice that there are bloody boot prints that lead away from the mess and back out the front door you came in.
Bloody boot prints.
Mm-hmm.
So Silas kneels down and puts his face close to the ground and takes a deep whiff to see if he can smell the blood or anything from the boot prints.
You smell nothing.
Smells nothing. So Silas takes a look around the room and sees where the boot prints lead to within the hut that he's in.
Say that again.
Silas looks around the hut to see if the boot prints kind of go in any pattern or if they.
No, they just go directly from the mound out the door.
So Silas follows the boot prints out the door. When Silas steps outside the hut, Silas yells to the rest of the campaign, "Hey, does anybody else see these boot prints? Have you guys noticed these boot prints on the ground?"
I relayed the information that I found in my hut, and no, but this one has less damage than what friends.
I guess I should have said less carnage. Less carnage.
Less carnage.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I actually recognize like the race of this village or clan?
No, that's how fucked up this whole situation is. They're beyond recognizable. So whatever that looks like to you, imagine that in your head. So anybody who's seen Hostel, some Saw,
Bubblegum?
you know.
So Silas follows the blueprints. Well, first, Silas marks where the blueprints are. He walks over to the hut that Ashgata is at and looks inside that hut to check out the less carnage and see what he can see inside the hut that Ashgata was just in. To investigate that hut, I guess.
Roll investigation.
Oh shit.
And
Gotta stop using that word.
And while he does that, God, while I was still looking through the hut, I happened to go to a different hut.
Oh, so you finally stopped turning around in circles, looking at the walls and pretending to do something?
Yes.
Bet.
I was waiting
roll
for
investigation then.
Thank you.
Silas wrote a nasty 15 in this new hut.
Nasty 15. It takes you a moment, but as you look, because you're also looking to see if there's evidence of any blueprints, so you notice that the blueprints lead from the carnage and out the door, and it eventually links up to the same path as yours. But the odd thing is that there's no bloody footprints that lead in; they only lead out.
They lead out from each hut.
Yeah, and meet up and continue on one trail that you can.
And it was the same with the original hut. Blueprints didn't go in; they lead out. Correct.
Well, none of you noticed.
Wait, say it again.
None of you rode well enough to notice, so you would have to go back.
I'm saying in the second hut I went to, the second and the third hut, the blueprints just lead out.
Second and third one, yeah.
Okay, so Silas follows the blueprints out, and on his way out the hut, he lets Ashgata, Kif, and Shadow know, I see these blueprints and they link up. Do you guys not see these boots?
Do we see the boots now?
Yeah, you guys do. You guys notice them now.
He goes,
okay.
I had not seen those before.
So Silas follows the blueprints to the linking point between the two huts and continues to follow the blueprints to, I'm assuming, the next hut, correct?
Yeah, that's where Vash is. Vash, what did you roll?
I roll a sadly 6.
Gosh.
Oh gosh.
You walked in and saw Carnage and just kind of like nodded your head and just kind of just walked out and stood there just looking around, hands on hips, kind of feeling like I'm doing something. And
Holy gee, Wally, this is
Supervisor Shadow.
GB kind of like walked towards you with the others, and GB, how do you want to deal with this? Because you don't even have to investigate, since you know what you're looking for. You see the same thing as you saw with the other two huts. Bloody footprints that lead out and link up and meet with the current trail you're following.
So Silas walks up. He sees that the bloody footprints link, but he notices that Shadow is in the room.
No, Shadow's now standing outside.
Oh,
So
Shadow's
you
coming.
don't even have to go inside to notice that the blood.
Oh, okay,
footprint.
bet,
So you
bet.
just assume that like it's probably the same result.
Bet. Okay, so Shadow gets to the meeting point of the footprints where the previous line he was following meets with the line from the hut that Shadow was in. He looks and notices that Shadow is surveying the situation, but doesn't seem to know what's going on. So he tells Shadow, "Hey, I think you should come with me. We're gonna follow these blueprints."
And I say, copy. Let's go.
And that's when Vash notices the blueprints.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. I noticed it before. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I'll be like,
definitely.
I'll be
I
like,
knew that was
yeah.
there.
I knew that was there the whole time. I was just waiting for you guys to come and show up. I just want to make sure that we all was a group of this.
Oh God. That's the route we go in bed.
So Silas follows the blueprints forward to the center where he can see all the blueprints meet, to try to find a point where all the blueprints meet.
So you guys walk quite a ways, about maybe 100 feet, and on your path, you guys all, now that you're aware, notice what you assume to be bloody blueprints that lead from every hut that you pass by. You pass by about like 10 more huts, and they kind of just link in. But the main path that you're following, it never gets concentrated, as if there's more bloodiness and more gore and gunk being added. It's still the same shade. They all like look similar to each other. And as you guys walk, looking around, you hear nothing. Obviously, you don't smell anything. You feel that it's cold. You know, it's cold.
We can still feel.
Yeah, I mean, I never said you couldn't. All I said is that you can't smell anything, but you don't hear anything either, in the sense of like there seems to be no noise. You take that as you will. But it is well, actually, you know that you can. Silas knows that you can hear something, so you guys can't hear. It's just there's no noise. And
I still hear the song, right? The melody, right?
Whether you are subconsciously playing it in your head or whether you actually hear it is up to the gods.
Oh my God, the song got stuck in my head, Petty God.
Possibly.
Possibly.
That's why I'm like, if you want to have fun with it, we can have fun with it. Because it's going to be in the back of your head. However you want to remember it's in the back of your head, go for it. Give us a tune.
So Silas starts humming a tune in his head, and he decides to give it words, and he says, "You can tell by the way I walk, I'm a woman's man. No time to talk."
Oh my goodness! All right, that's how he comes from this.
He looks over the Shadow. He goes, "Shadow, sing it with me."
Wait, can we hear?
Staying alive, staying alive.
Oh God!
Wait, could we have heard that? You said we start to not be able to hear him singing or talking.
No, I believe I'm still the only one that can hear it.
No. I mean, you caught on to it. The others, they didn't catch on to it. They just heard a breeze. None of them caught on. You rode well enough to catch on.
Okay.
So to them, it's just like you just start breaking out in song for no weird reason.
And Kith just looks at him and goes, "That is not the exit song."
As we walk and we think about staying alive, we continue to follow the footprints, and Silas is trying to figure out where, if the footprints have a particular beginning or epicenter or end, or if there are any huts where the footprints do not seem to be coming from. Since none of the footprints really go in and they all seem to come out, I'm assuming there's a center somewhere around here.
So as you guys continue walking, you would assume there would be a center to this plane, but you kind of just continue down a path that leads out of the plane and further into the mountains. But it begins to descend, and you guys continue walking down. It's a couple hours before you guys get down to the end of the path, but there's nothing of note to really look at. And now you come off to a huge just landscape. You can tell that you're at a higher elevation, but so is everything else here. There's fields before you that just stretch for miles, but in the distance, you also see that there are more mountains of various heights and sizes. Some of them look like they have snow. Some of them look kind of hot, but you don't see any evidence of like lava or anything. They just, you would think that the climate would be equal amongst them, but some of these mountains don't have snow. You may wonder why, you may not. That's up to you.
A little bit of role play for the walk.
Mm-hmm.
Silas looks over to Ashgada as they're walking on this trail, and just, I guess, kind of checks in with Ashgada. Remember that you're one of our big guns, and so I want to make sure that you're okay. Are you? You had brain troubles when you first awoke.
Now that you mention it, it doesn't hurt anymore. It almost felt like nothing really happened to us outside, but inside, pain. But me feel almost naked without my axe.
Okay.
But still can fight with hands.
With these.
Put them up.
Okay, bet. So, that's all I just wanted to check in with Ashgada, since we're, we don't know what we're walking into, and I got to make sure that
Can we do like
Ashgada's
a
on top of his game.
Are we gonna do like a nature check to see, like, while we're there?
You're in the mountainy area. You're like like I mentioned before, it seems like a canyon, just because of high mountains and whatnot. But now you're outside of this path, so at least you exited one level of the mountain.
So
just see
we've
if you
come.
explain.
We've come to a clearing.
I don't
and if I
have
heard
a nature advantage, so I can't know.
if I heard you right, we've come to a clearing, and now we see multiple mountains, but each mountain has maybe a different season or a different thing that's happening on it.
So, a good number have snow, a good number don't. Whatever you do with that information is up to you.
Okay, so some have snow. A
Question.
nice number of them have snow. And
But the climate right now is definitely chilly. You guys are walking in snow, first of all. It's cold, but you guys aren't freezing cold.
While the huts that we walk and everything, we didn't see no weapons. You said that we didn't find no weapons, right?
All you saw was carnage for the ones that you looked into, and you just assumed that it was carnage in all the
So
others.
I'm assuming we're not following the footprints no more since we're in the snow.
Do I?
No, you were following the footprints, and
Okay.
it led you to this clearing.
Okay.
Do I have my? I don't have my equipment or anything with me either, right?
Nobody has equipment.
We all
You
don't
have
have
a stick that is now called your quarterstaff. You have a stick.
Gas powered stick. Gas powered stick.
So I guess this would make you Gandalf of,
It's my
of this
it's my
group.
poking stick.
Yeah, it's your poking stick. So I mean,
It is to the ribbish.
Silas is now Gandalf, and he kind of like is leading you through all the way to Moria. It's like, no, I'm not gonna do that.
You shall not pass.
Well,
now I gotta
one,
watch the film.
Gandalf the
watch
drip
the
is here.
Yeah.
one,
Okay.
one does not simply walk to Mordor, though.
So Silas turns to the rest of the party. It has become quite chilly here. And if I look at the other mountains, I can see that those look even more frigid than the temperatures we're dealing with now. How do you guys feel about us? Or actually, can I do a nature check on an investigation of the clearing that we're in just to see what's around here before I make decisions?
If you're not touching anything, you can't do a nature check. If you're just gonna be looking, you might as well just do an investigation.
My naked feet are in the grass.
Did I tell you that your feet were naked?
You said earlier we just had tunics and nothing else.
No one looked at their feet.
Just
I'm very descriptive. Like I thought y'all picked up on that. You guys,
I mean,
Okay,
Did
so
not do a drip check. My bad.
you should have done like
Is Silas wearing the Village Twins?
you have a Yeah, you are. You have a thick burlap, like just cloth.
Some Crocs
that
he's
hangs-
wearing.
Shadow got on the Jesus Christ 13.
and
If anything,
like you're not feeling it. You're comfortable. You know, it's not like your feet are chilly or anything. Your feet are comfy because they're that thick, and it's warm enough to keep your feet from freezing.
hey God, if it's possible, can we all have Crocs on?
No.
I mean, Crocs don't exist in this time period, so no.
Right here.
And be careful with words you use with Petty God, because he might put real crocodiles in your feet.
Yeah,
Shout out to
please.
anybody who sees Loki and see what Gator Loki did to Presidential Loki. Who knows? That might happen.
That's my favorite Loki. Don't talk about him like that.
Okay.
He's technically our D&D character, yeah, but he's just not
So,
here.
since I can't do the nature check, let me at least do an investigation of the area that we're in, just to make sure that I don't see any strange objects, anything glittering, any statues, any bloody footprints or anything that are on the walls here.
Okay.
So if you guys
So-
give me a moment,
Please roll well.
I will roll that. Please roll well. I hate when he starts sentences like that.
It's usually a bad time.
What you roll?
14.
I made a typo. I got a. I rolled a 14.
That's gotcha.
Dang. Dang.
Why don't you just touch the ground with your hands?
And Silas looks around and he sees the fields. He notices that that they have to kind of descend into what looks to be a valley. It's truly a valley. There's a lot of coniferous trees just covered in snow. Just everything is bathed in white, but you do notice the trail continues on. And as you just scan the scan the valley, you guys are at a higher vantage point. You notice that there are various areas where like smoke seems to be coming from, light to various degrees. Some are thicker, others are lighter. You may assume that there are campfires. I don't know. That's what you see.
So
Question for God, real quick. This is a very important question. Did you say there's carnivorous trees around us?
No, coniferous.
Oh, about to say, boy, we about to get ate by a tree.
no. Coniferous.
Thank you. My brain was like, hold up, that don't.
What type of tree is that for someone that don't know what that tree is?
It's
Like-
also
it's
if I
cone bearing, like
remember,
needle,
yeah.
like
So
pine,
pine
trees,
trees and whatnot, yeah.
and stuff like that.
So trees that would do well in this weather.
do we still
trees that also make for great bedding if you're ever in the wild in real life, just random.
Good to know.
That's true.
Can we smell now, or do we notice that we can like smell it here now?
You don't smell anything.
So
It's
Silas,
still all that you hear really is just the breeze. You know, you hear the wind. But it's still quiet. Like you don't hear any signs of life, any signs of wildlife.
so Silas takes his improvised quarterstaff and he points at the smoke, and tells the party
Or at least
there's smoke down there. That may mean that there's also fire, and fire could equal warmth.
Fire can also equal enemies.
Fire can also equal enemies. What
But at
does
this
the
point,
par-
I'm willing to try.
we
does
can't
the
just
party want to proceed to the
And
fire?
the Shadow says
We can't
that
just-
we still got them hands. We can do something about it.
Shadow is still supervising the the huts and the mountain walls.
Askaja
Super snitch.
Askaja talks.
No.
We can't stay where we are, and we can't go back. I think all we could do is move forward to it.
I imagine Silas popping up behind Ashgada like, "Hey, Ashgada, I was wondering if you had those TPS reports. If you get those in today, that would be great. Yeah."
Askaja is scratching his head like, what is this?
What's a
thing you
TPS
speak of?"
report? Okay.
Let's go start walking towards the fire.
Yeah, I'm going
So-
towards. Yeah,
So the party starts moving towards the fire. Cool beans.
Towards which you don't see a fire, you see smoke
We
from
see
various
smoke.
spots.
That's where I'm heading.
There's different ones. So which
What's the
one are you
closest
headed to? The closest one is towards your left, and it's lightly smoking.
Let's go that way.
Which one? Wait, so the ones? How many of them are there?
There's 6 from the valley that you can see, but I mean they're very far because you guys have a high vantage point. Keep that in mind. So they're not close to each other, but the closest one to you is to the left, and that one has, on a scale of 1 to 6, in terms of 6 being very smoky and 1 being like barely any smoke. The closest one to you is a 3.
Who chooses 6 and not 5 as like the scale ender?
I did.
But
Well,
3,
then.
okay. I mean, I feel it if you like even.
So
numbers.
just in terms of so when I say like you go to smoke 2, it's like location 2, and I'll tell you how far it is from everywhere. But that is also the smoke that is very light. So that's how you guys that's how you guys want to decide which ones you go to. 6
Okay.
is gonna be whenever you guys want to go to 6, that'll be the one that's heavy smoke. So
But 3,
assume
okay.
it is.
I think
Yeah.
3 is nice. It's the closest one, and it's 3 out of 6. That's okay with me
Yeah.
for size and proximity to us. So, Silas follows behind Kith as Kith walks towards this closest smoke stack, smoke signal.
That's where he going. Yep.
That's what we moving to.
To the pack smoke.
As we're walking, Silas is looking around, checking for both any signs of magic and any signs of any items or people or anything that's in like the tree lines or the bushes or shrubs or anything that we're passing on the way.
Mhm. You see snow.
I see snow. Perfect. How far away is this smoke from us? How much of a journey is this?
It's about 100. Well, as you descend into the valley, that's about a mile of walking, and then to the smoke 3, that's about another mile and a half before you reach the clearing where the smoke is.
That.
On this walk, Silas looks, bro, you late. We
It's like we somehow see a mysterious lattice.
I
I'm like,
mean,
yo, where'd you come from?
Where the hell you come from?
guess what?
I
Guess
got
what?
home.
Shush, ScubaSteve. You're just going right into the story, okay? I don't want to hear any explanation. You can save that for the end. And please mute the YouTube. Thank you. As you guys enter this clearing where there is a fire that is halfway through life, you see a bundled up body. What looks to be a body. What do you guys decide to do?
Investigate.
Been kicking this one too.
we come up to the bundled body, and Silas first pokes it with his stick again just to see if it's alive. As we walk up, Silas looks to the rest of the party and goes, "You guys ever seen a dead body?"
I mean,
Oh,
And
F the
Kid
hot
goes,
dog.
let's make sure it's dead. He's gonna swift kick it like a football.
So this body gets poked and kicked, and Lattice, you wake up. You wake up and roughly.
I thought it was actually gonna be.
poked.
I thought it was actually be a dead body.
I knew it.
And to be
Yo, wrong with
poked-
y'all.
And I'll just to refresh you, Lattice. Before you passed out, you were in the hallway. Salvatore. Well, you don't know his name is Salvatore, but Kif knows his name is Salvatore. Well, actually, he told everybody, so you still don't know. But the structure, like, kind of, you saw shadows racing down the side, and then next thing you know, fade to black. You wake up, you're in an entirely new place, but you just got poked and kicked. So, continue on. As you were on the right path.
So I wake-
Salvatore basically solo leveled us, and he conjured his shadow army. They knocked us all out. We woke up in this new space. We have explored for roughly 32 miles. We've done a lot of work here. We're following bloody footprints to the end of the mountain, and now we are descending the mountain to make our way to smoke, which we think will lead to fire. And we found you on that path.
So I wake up and in my Chris Tucker voice, I go, "Which one of y'all kicked me?"
Kid is just gonna raise his hand.
Why? You just never seen a man sleep before?
He goes, look, we've
Come
seen
on.
many dead bodies. I needed to make sure that yours was actually dead, which in your case it was not.
Silas does a quick investigation of Lawless's body, clothing and body, and his body bag that he was being stored in.
And he also goes, tell us something only Silas would know.
Why would Silas say, tell us something only Silas would know?
Oh, wait, no.
Lattice.
Tell us something only Lattice would know.
Tell us something only Lattice would know.
If you let me out this bag, I'll show you my hand.
Oh, God.
Which one?
That's what I mean. My hand was taken off when I rolled a natural 20, but then turned around and rolled a 4.
No, you rolled a not one. No,
No,
you didn't. You rolled a natural 20, and it worked for the first part, and then I had to roll for the second part, and I rolled a natural 20, and so it was just unfortunate.
It was awful. No, I'm trying to think of something that happened.
I mean, yeah, you lost the hand. If you want to,
should I kick him again?
So I raised. I'm still in the bag, right?
Yeah,
Guys,
I assume that you can. What's up?
I'm gonna be right back. We just got an alert. There's gonna be a dust storm. I gotta go close the garage and close the cars up. I'll be right back.
Got you.
So
I mean, it depends on how do you react when you get woken up being poked. Like, do you like kind of remove what's around you, like blankets or whatnot, or you just came up like a fucking coffin?
Well, you said we was in a bag. I'm thinking I'm like zipped up in.
No, you were bound.
No.
You were just you were wrapped up like.
And just
saying,
saying,
you were sleeping in the snow next to a car.
Okay.
You know.
as a friend, Shadow, I will tell you, check your clothes and your weaponry. Check if you have your clothes on. You know, make sure that the clothes you want to sleep with is the same clothes you want to wake up with.
Okay, so I wake. I do. Do I need to do an investigation to check my clothes?
No.
You look down and you see that
down.
you're in the same clothes as the rest of them are, but you also notice that all your weapons and possessions are gone.
Okay. So I'm like,
Is
damn.
his hand still there?
Everything's gone.
No, he's missing his hand. You know.
Even my hand is gone. So it wasn't.
Is it like bleeding or is it like?
No, it was burnt off. It was like.
It's not bleeding.
Yeah, it's like completely stopped. So I wake up and I'm like, God damn, like that wasn't a dream. I really lost my fucking hand.
Yeah.
Wait, can he feel the pain? Can he feel pain? Since we're not
He
able
feels.
to.
He feels.
Oh yeah,
discomfort.
did he feel that kick?
Yeah,
I
did.
felt that
Yeah.
kick,
Yeah, he
especially
felt that.
from a Goliath.
It's the kick that really woke him up. He felt a poke, but then the kick that really got him up.
Oh.
So what's going on? What are we about to do?
With the hand, like you feel discomfort. The pain is not as sharp, but you can assume that some time has passed between when it first happened and when you wake up. But there's discomfort for sure to let you know, like, hey, yeah, you lost a hand, and it wasn't like hey, let's have surgery and remove this properly. Like, no, I lost a hand. That shit got burned the fuck off the plane of existence.
Oh man. So basically I see everybody.
I remember that he has very low health too.
Damn,
dang,
Sam, you put him out left field. Just say
Yeah.
his depths and everything in arms.
And that kick should have killed me then.
unless he got a short rest or a long rest or something like that.
I
mean, he's fine otherwise, but he did lose a hand, so I don't know how one ignores that they lost a hand.
Yeah,
but otherwise he's full health. Everybody's at full health.
Okay.
No scarring or damage.
Like we went to sleep or something.
Yeah.
It's like we went.
I mean, they knocked you out, like
So I wake up and I'm like, oh man, it's been so long. How long have I been out?
Y'all don't even know.
We don't know.
How much time is
Well, I told him like what had started. We went into this direction. We found huts. There was all dead bodies. We don't know what kind of bodies they are, but the carnage of it all was everywhere. And our wizard notice the boots trailing onto this direction, and we found other 6 huts. Some are smoky, and some were not. And we decided to go to the third hut because that was the closest.
The third smoke location.
Okay,
Yeah,
third smoke.
they're not huts. You're in clearance. It's just a clearing, and you see a small fire that's dwindling, and what was a sleeping Lotus in the clearing.
Lotus is like, well.
In terms of the carnage, yeah, those are huts.
Do I see any other footprints or more footprints on the ground from the snow?
Nope.
Looks like I missed a lot. I will just tag in with you guys.
Is there like a campfire that started the smoke or fire, or?
Yeah. The campfire is dwindling. Lotus was sleeping next to it. So as you look around the clearing, there's nothing of note. So you guys just decide to walk out, and as you look around, you see what looks to be a set of footprints that lead towards the east.
I guess
all of you saw the valley. So this direction you see, it looks like the footprints are leading to smoke location number 1.
So back
in
to
that
where
direction.
We were?
No. Smoke location number 1 is not like a physical location. It's to classify the level of smokiness.
I guess we'll check number 1 that had the least smoke.
Yeah. That it was like, I'm not sure if that's smoke or, I'm just imagining snow being moved around in the wind.
Mm-hmm. And that's the next closest one, right?
Well, that's the direction the footprints go if you choose to follow the footprints.
Yeah, I'll head to the direction of the footprints.
So all of you head over there. You guys are walking for a bit. It's about, this one is a longer walk, unfortunately. So it's about 3 miles. No, 3 miles is the long walk for most people. Huh? No, this one's about 10 miles. It's about a 10-mile walk. Some time passes. You guys are a little fatigued, but I mean, there's nothing else to do. No one's really talking at the moment. You head to the clearing where it looked like someone had set a fire, but it had long died out, and there's just slight embers because the wind is kind of keeping it a little bit alive every now and then. But there's no life of anything else at the clearing.
What did I miss? Did we die?
No, we moved to the camp with smoke level 1.
Yeah, level 1.
And this place is like it's not as smoky, like it's dying down. What's keeping alive is the wind.
And then we died.
Okay. So we're at camp on the one.
So actually, can I go and investigate the fire?
Yeah. What you looking for?
I'm looking to see if I can tell when it was last lit.
Okay.
It's lit.
Roll a survival check.
Oh, survival. My bad.
The night show.
Damn, survival.
Oh boy. This ain't gonna be fun.
What did you
roll, big dog?
Let's find out. It's r/. Wait, so R.
Roll. You gotta do a check.
C.
Yeah.
Exclamation point C.
C.
Gotcha.
Space.
And then R, and then
No.
Just exclamation point C space
INV.
Yeah.
I'm doing survival.
Oh, survival. Yeah.
SURV.
SUR.
SUR.
15.
I got a 15.
Okay. So you're looking at the fire. You poke it. As you poke it, the last embers finally die out. You can tell that this fire was probably lit in the latter portion of 24 hours ago. So probably about 20 hours. You're kind of surprised at how long the embers lasted, but that just tells you how windy, how often the wind keeps brushing through. There's no other signs of tracks around the fire. You don't know who set it. if how many people were here. There's no evidence of that, but the footprints kind of just continue off from there. The footprints that led you to this clearing do continue around the fire, and and straight ahead. What appears to be an exit to this clearing, another path out of this clearing, or towards this clearing, depending on your perspective.
Looking at the exit where the footprints go, does it look like it's leading us to another smoke?
Based off of what you remember, this one is bringing you further north without having to exceed touch the middle, because the middle is smoke location 6, is smoke 6. That's where the heaviest smoke action is at. So you've already been to 3, you just came to 1, so now you're at 5. That would be heading towards 5, where the smoke is definitely active. You would assume that there's likely to be someone there.
Are we
So,
tired?
Based
from
on
exhaustion? Are we near a level of exhaustion?
No reason to be. It hasn't even been a full day yet.
based on what
When you woke up, you guys were at full health and everything.
Okay.
based on what Kif just learned, that this fire was maybe 20 hours ago, and we're at 3 right now, correct?
No, this is number 1 now. You found Lotus at 3.
We started 3, and then we went to 1, and the next closest one is 5 or 6.
The next one you're going to is 5.
So I say we walk to 5 or 6.
No,
I would say 5.
This path was leading you in the direction of 5.
And is
If
that the
you
one with the
decide-
heaviest smoke, if you remember correctly?
A scale of 1 to 6. So 5
is the second smokiest.
Right. If you want to head towards 6, because it's towards the middle, you guys are oriented enough to tell that you just have to kind of cut through the trees and like force your own path, and then hopefully maybe find a path that leads you there. So
Last time we started forging our path, people started getting snatched.
Exactly. So I'd rather we.
So to avoid forging our own path, Silas votes that we walk towards 5.
Yeah,
I agree.
I'll agree with
Same
that.
here. I agree as well.
So 5 was definitely closer to 1 than 1 was closer to 3. So you guys end up walking like 5 extra miles. Again, you guys aren't tired.
Okay.
And you get to this clearing, and now you see now you guys all see there was some form of life. The fire is still blazing, but it's starting to lower. There is actually a pot over the fire. Whatever it is isn't really bubbling. You don't smell anything from it.
I
And
ain't smell shit all day.
yeah, and you see what looks to be the remnants of sleeping items. However, upon further, as you guys walk closer, you also look to see what looks to be blood and some body parts. It looks like something was violence was done here.
So Silas
fresh is the
decides
blood?
to investigate the body parts and the entire site to see if there's any other evidence besides what we can readily see available.
So as you do that, you notice what you assume to be a femur.
A femur. That's a thick bone.
I hardly
Yeah.
know her.
For anyone that doesn't know, that's in your thigh.
Mhm.
So I see the femur. Is that the only other thing that I notice, Petty God?
I mean, attached to it, you see the meaty ligaments and joints. It looks like it's stained with blood, but it looks like someone just
Am I able to tell
savagely.
what type of creature it was before becoming just the femur and meaty ligaments?
Humanoid.
Humanoid?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of
so,
big, but it's still humanoid.
What's kind of big, like Ashkata or Kif, or tall like Silas?
Kif big.
Kif big. Oh.
Okay.
So, Silas noticed the extra large order of Kif-like creature that's on the side, and asks Kif, what does he make of it? Is it Um, does it seem like it could be one of his kind?
Kith's just gonna look at it. That is a very
I
large.
need a
Uh-oh.
medicine check if anyone aside from Kip is trying to identify what type of bones these are.
You need a what check?
Medicine or history.
Do you need me to make one too?
No, Kip. I mean, you
Okay.
can tell.
Gotcha.
But it's just for
For
silence.
anybody who's trying to do it, I just want to make clear: if anyone you are trying, then you need to do that roll. If you're not, you're just looking, then you're fine.
I am going to attempt the history on the website.
I'm gonna do medicine.
I'm gonna do a investigation.
I
I
got
did
a
a
9.
history. I did a history check on the website, and you guys disable screen sharing. I was gonna share my screen so you could see, but I got a dirty 22.
You
There
can
you
share your
go.
screen now.
Here, I'll share.
Wait,
my
did
screen.
you roll on the D&D Beyond?
Yeah, I wrote on the website.
Yeah, I see
I'm
the
in.
22. I see the 22. History check. Yeah, 22.
Sir, I trust you.
How do you see that?
There's like a bar up top. There's the game log where it says campaign, and then you see the button where there's a chat.
So
What's up?
it logs what you guys are doing when you roll the dice.
Oh, cool as hell. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So yeah, I rolled a 22.
But so you recognize from your own studies and you surmise that these bones will belong to a creature that is similar to Kip. You're not sure if it is truly of his people, but you'll gauge that the size would be similar, and whether you decide to just assume, like, you know what, it could be, that's up to you. But you know, like, hey, these would be somewhat similar in size.
Okay. So without knowing anything else, Silas decides to clean the femur as much as he can and maintain that as a weapon, just in case. And
This man is about to run around with a club femur that has muscle and joints still attached to it.
My man said, "You want to get
meaty-
crazy?" Crazy.
Crazy
A
tonight.
meaty femur. Like, all right, you know how when people disrespect the chicken wing and
Yeah.
they don't eat it completely, that's what the femur you're holding. That's what you're about to start.
that's
Hitting
cool, bro. I
people
feel
with-
like
alright,
that's
cool.
thicker and tougher than the little stick I'm carrying. Correct?
All right, bet. So you just dropping the stick? You done with the stick?
No, I keep the stick on my person.
Oh,
I gotta I gotta keep the stick on me.
Oh, okay. But he also has a meaty femur. Has a club. Okay, that's perfect.
Do I
Silas-
see?
Club and a switch.
Yeah.
So,
Grandpa's this.
That way when Silas gets into it, he can tell you to choose one, and you better not choose that little skinny one.
For all you black children that just experienced trauma, I apologize.
Oh my goodness, yo. Yeah. So,
So,
GB has acquired a weapon.
and there's nothing else that he notices from his investigation, anything else like that, right?
Nah. But you know there was life. Someone had an unfortunate ending.
Silas also looks at the fire to see if he can determine when this fire was started in relation to the last one they came from.
And what?
In relation, like the same way we checked the last fire, and we know the last fire was started about 20
Oh,
hours
okay.
ago.
So, this one you have to do a survival.
Question, God.
My survival
While he
is
does
right.
that, Shadow did a investigation of where the pot is and within the
My survival
within
is
the area.
trash.
Okay, you
And-
looking through the pot?
yeah. And I roll a 15.
Okay, so you kind of like open the lid into the pot, and it's simmering what seems to be like a broth. You take a whiff, but you don't smell anything.
Do I see? Does Askaja see any knives or weapons?
Nah, no utensils or knives.
Guy, with you said that there was some like soup, right, within the pot.
Yeah, like a
Was
broth,
not boiled.
like a chunky
Uh,
broth. That is
uh,
simmering. It's simmering because the fire is still somewhat strong. You guys are at 5. You know.
Yeah. So, is the soup the trough eatable for the crew for us?
You want to taste test it?
Yes, I would. I would take it for the team. We're hungry.
You
It's been a
tweaking,
while.
bro.
I take it for the
You
team.
big tweaking.
There's no utensils, so the way I'm seeing this and the way it's actually going to be is that you're just gonna open a pot and dig your hands into this and like scoop out some food.
Or
Like
either that or you
just
hold the pot up to
randomly,
your face.
while everybody else is doing something productive, you out here just eating.
And
All right, so that's how it's
Actually, boiling hot.
Shadow, can you waterfall the broth into your mouth?
That shit gonna be boiling hot.
The pot is too
Nah.
the pot is too
I mean,
big.
like,
It's
nah,
not gonna
nah.
be boiling hot because the 5 is like, I don't want you to think like 5 is like smoking, like this John is burning. This John is definitely gonna be warm. If he lets his hand sit in there for like 10 seconds trying to scoop, it's gonna hurt a little bit. But you know, a nice little 5 seconds, let me scoop. That's what you're about to do, and so that's what you then do. What is everybody else doing while this pig is eating?
Silas rolled an 8 on the survival check, so I don't know what that gets me from looking.
Oh,
at this fire.
you actually are right next to him while he does this. Yeah, because you're checking the 5. So you're 8. I mean, you just can't tell how long the fire has been burning. You failed this course in this nature course in your youth.
But I knew what coniferous trees were.
Somehow that one random bit of information you retain, but you don't know how to measure a fire. Like, wow.
So Silas does 2 things. Silas looks over at Kif and goes, "Hey, big man, can you do the same trick that you did with the last fire to know when this fire was started?" And then he also notices out the corner of his eye has Shadow is wrist deep in the broth, and he goes to Shadow, "Are you really going to eat that?"
And I'd be like, we hungry out here. You know, I'm hungry. I'm trying to see if we can at least scrape some like one-handed soup for us real quick. A little drink.
One-handed soup. I don't like your joke.
I will not be responsible for your body if you drop.
So
My body could handle it. I'm a tiefling.
You start eating. It's a chunky broth, like I said.
Chunky
broth.
Oh, you eating chunky?
You can
Somebody
tell.
else's food. You just threw up in the cabinet. And there wasn't even smell. There was only look, and you threw up. And now we're in the forest, and you decide to put your hand in chunky broth and eat it, and you don't know what's in there. You don't know where it came from. What made you think that you had the stomach for this?
He's a tiefling.
Oh,
I'm a
my
tiefling.
goodness!
I'm a tiefling out here.
Just read the hell out of this man.
I'm not understanding the logic, Shadow.
Well,
Shadow's not the smartest.
That dialogue happened also for everybody watching. That dialogue actually happened in real time. So, that was what was said. So while Shadow's responding, as he's chewing on the food,
He's chewing on broth. Do you hear? I know.
It is shocking. Like he can tell, like, all right, there's some meat in here. What seems to be like meat. Definitely a starch, like a potato, but it kind of seems like, is it more of a bean? Just a very like big bean? Who knows?
The rule of thumb needs to be if Ashgada and Kif ain't eating it, you should touch it either.
It's
There
doodle.
was I was about to say, if the body was big, then over there it was.
He didn't say what kind of pot that was.
That's a shit. That's a toilet. You eat.
Nah, the pot was over the fire.
That don't mean nothing.
That don't mean
Oh, so
nothing,
it's hot shit.
Hot shit
Y'all
for
done?
real.
Piping
Nah,
hot shit.
I'm not doing that.
They could have been warming it up for a weapon.
Nah.
Hey, hot shit. I don't know.
Bio warfare.
But Shadow be like, yo, guys, I'm trying to feed us. I'm trying to do it for the team. I'm trying to see, like, if this pot could be delicious.
It tastes bland. It tastes bland. It lacks taste.
It tastes bland. Remember, we here are not regular humans. We're creatures out here.
But,
So
like,
I'm trying to feed
you
the team.
ate. So I guess you are hungry, and you're now like. So I mean, do you continue eating, or because your hunger kicks in once you tasted some food,
I don't
even
The
though we
continue.
shadow,
bland.
I don't continue eating.
does Shadow mention to the rest of the campaign party that it tastes bland? That he can't taste it? He can't taste it or it's bland?
It's
It's black,
bland.
like it's not great. That's what I assume God
Oh.
is saying.
So it's from the UK. We in the UK. I got it.
God.
Hey, bro. Don't do LSF like that, bro. He on Twitter.
here.
He on Twitter right now defending meat pies with peas and mashed potatoes on top of it.
Yo,
Man,
I saw that shit too.
Yep.
Don't do him like that, bro.
Nope, too bad. He ain't here. We in England now.
That's crazy.
I'll
Okay,
go with
so
that.
it's just bland. It's not tasteless, correct?
I say that this soup tastes like ugly mud pie.
This man's shadow is a piece of work.
Gosh.
Yeah,
So, Askasha is gonna check the fire to see how long. Like the same thing that Kith did.
What's the survival?
Oh, sorry, forgot to roll that. 23, natural 20.
Ooh.
Let's go.
You can
Go
tell
crazy.
that the fire has been running for exactly 10 hours. So whoever was cooking what is in this pot, this broth, it was meant to cook for slow cook for 10 hours. However, well, that's you was only looking at the fire. That's all you get.
Okay, Ashgata, have you informed the team of the 10-hour?
Yeah, I informed the team at 10. I just like all the finger stuff that I have, especially to Silas too.
So
All these hand jokes.
So Silas grabs his femur with both of his hands because it's quite large. He grabs his femur with both of his hands and he goes, "Well," and he slings the femur over his shoulder and the fleshy part kind of smacks him in the back. And he goes, "I think we should continue on to the smokiest fire. If the last one was about 20 hours ago and this one was 10 hours ago, we may find more answers at the last one. We may even find what we're looking for there." And then he taps the femur and he goes, "If so, I'm prepared."
No weapons. No weapons, no nothing here neither, right?
Oh, he got a weapon.
He
Remember-
got
Oh, no, in the hut. The place that we're in this camp.
Yeah, but he
This-
does have
this
a
is
weapon
clear.
because of his stick.
Yeah.
He has
No,
a
like-
stick and a femur.
Yeah, I'm going
Oh.
crazy out here.
He got a chicken bone and a twig.
Anybody else want to use this pot and throw the whatever's in here to whatever we're gonna be facing or whatever we're gonna be seeing?
Oh yeah, if you guys are gonna try to do that, as big as Gaja and Kith are, you would still need 2 people to carry this pot.
I don't want to carry this.
Okay, never mind then.
Like that's
Never
how
mind.
wide
Hey,
it.
Hey,
but
God.
You were able to when you were looking and the lid was slightly off, and you were able to reach in and dig some out. That's how full the pot is. It's a big ass pot. It's a wide ass pot.
So we going forward to number 6.
Yeah,
Let's do this, team.
Yeah, we're gonna meet whatever light up the torches and cause all this slaughter.
Chaos, yeah. Slaughter. Massacre.
But-
Silas
Okay.
is excited to go ahead to number 6. He has
Yes.
what looks like to be stars and twinkles in his eyes as we walk forward.
So
This is the most emotion of excitement that you've seen out of Silas since the beginning of this campaign.
So you guys continue walking, and you follow a path out, and it just so happens that it leads you back towards the middle. You know that the middle is where Smoke 6 is. You guys are kind of pensive because there was signs of life at 5, and with 6, the smoke is significant enough to show that it's black. One can assume possibly something's burning. You guys make it down the path. This one was a journey though. It was about a 15-mile trek. Again, you guys are not tired. You guys journey to the to the clearing, and as you enter the clearing, this is what you see. You see, and Kith especially, you see an apparition whose back is towards you guys that reminds you of Salvatore. And you see that there are others that are facing him, smaller, but is a small platoon. About 14 people, rank and file, of other creatures that range from Goliaths to orcs to ogres. And they are not wearing any type of armor. They have war paint on for sure, or that might be blood, whoever, but it serves as war paint. They have primitive weapons of axes, hammers, clubs, um, spiked clubs as well. Not exactly maces, but spiked clubs. And as you all see this, but Kip, this one definitely means a lot to you too, because again, you recognize Salvatore's. It's hard not to. And you guys also realize that it's similar to the structure, although no, it's not as firm of a gut punch as it is to you as it would be for Kip. And you guys blink for a few moments, and the apparition just like disappears. And in the clearing, there's a huge bonfire, and in the bonfire is like this plank with a body just being burnt to crisp. As you guys notice that, if you guys walk around the perimeter, you notice that on the other side is another body, slightly smaller, that has also been burnt to a crisp. Humanoid, uh, um, about your sizes, Silas. So you can tell probably. Are you a human? What is your race?
Half elf.
I'm half elf, half human.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you know that one of the bodies is definitely human. The other one is elven. We'll just throw that in there because I don't like humans. And it's just carnage in this clearing. There's evidence of struggle. There are many footsteps. There you can tell that a clearing was forced out from this point to your left. And yeah, what do you guys do?
About how far away were we from that pyre?
You're about 40 feet. You're about 40. No, that doesn't make sense. You are about I can't use it in feet. About 80 yards.
80 yards.
Yeah,
there's more than 40 feet, right?
It's a big ass. Yeah, it's a big ass bonfire.
Okay.
So it's like it's not no small thing. I mean, but you can also tell that as you walk around, the two bodies were burnt to crisp. It's clear as day. The fire lights it up. Remember, this fire is still raging.
And you said they're gone, right?
Oh, what you saw, just like after you blinked a while, they had just disappeared. They never looked solid. They look like apparitions.
I'm gonna start making my way towards the pyre.
All right,
Making my way downtown.
Yep. He's not even gonna say anything. He's just gonna kind of shake off the haze and walk towards the pyre.
I follow.
Silas is instantly drawn to the fire because of the humanoid like and sized figures which are close to his form. Silas looks around as he's walking towards the body, and just tries to see if there's anything he can see on the way, like traps or anything to be wary of, but he's more focused on the bodies as he walks. Almost even unlike his normal self, he's a bit distraught and hurried more than usual.
Okay. So you do that. There's no traps. There's just more evidence of activity. Again, the fire is raging. Everyone automatically assumes like whenever this was set was recent for it to be still so alive. However, the footprints and whatnot don't seem recent either. So there seems to be a discrepancy there. But yeah, there's no traps, just You don't smell anything still, but you
Hey,
see
Gawd, question.
the bloody burnt mess of two bodies for sure. They're still cooking and sizzling and popping. What's up?
Can I investigate like
You
the
wanna lick?
ceiling?
You wanna rip off a finger and kind of lick it like a chittermon? Is that what you want to do?
No. I definitely don't want that. I'm just
You
curious
said
to
the
know.
ceiling.
Yeah, like, can I just
It's
like?
a clearing. Like up is the night sky.
Oh yeah, so that's what I asked. Like, can I investigate like sky? Cause it says clear sky up, right?
Yeah. I mean, all of it. You just see the black smoke, and you can tell why it's black smoke because
So
people
much
were
fire.
burnt here, and it's a bonfire. But
Here
it's
goes
still
Shadow supervising again.
it's still a starry night. Thick black smoke. You kind of just looking up, just vibing, probably meditating.
He said vibing. It's just two
planning,
broke people.
planning your next meal. Kind of debated whether you want to go back to clear number 5 and get you some more broth.
Nah, I just had to ask. Is because I don't know. I felt like some type of cloud was covering or something. Like the small virus. So I was just thinking like maybe you're just going with a bit of storyline with alive. So like maybe like that. So that's what I was thinking. Like maybe a cloud was covering our smell or something like that in the air. So that's why I was saying if I could have investigated the sky or the ceiling. But since you say it's clear sky, never mind. Scratch that.
That supervisor shadow. It's no problem.
Supervisor Shadow, man.
Did
So,
you just ask if the sky was still there?
No.
Yeah,
No.
he did. He just asked if the sky was still okay.
No, like if
In
the
the-
sky was covered or like if there's a mist going on, because he said it was foggy and the smoke and everything. But I just want to know like how was it up in the sky? That's all. But now
In the future, our podcast will have the type of resources where when we do these campaigns, we'll be able to make T-shirts after a night like tonight. And on the front of that T-shirt, it'd be a silhouette of Vash with his hands on his hips, looking off into the distance.
Super snitch is here.
Super snitch.
Oh Lord.
Silas, did you know you're not lifting that femur within OSHA guidelines?
Oh God.
So Silas approaches the bodies outside the flame. The one that is in the flame. Silas tried.
The only bodies are still in the fire. Like you can't even.
They're
jump
both in the fire?
because- yeah. Like you would have to jump into the fire to get to them. There's
Can
no other
Silas
bodies on fire.
can Silas poke the bodies out of the fire with
Nah,
with
like I
his
told
chicken
you,
stick?
you can see
Yeah,
you can
if he had
see the
mage
fire
hand or
clearly
something.
from 80 yards away. This fire in diameter is about a 20 yard diameter. It's a big ass fire.
that's a huge one.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say like why don't we go grab the pot of soup and go put out the fire? But never mind.
This man.
The pot of
We
soup.
can't even,
Go
we can't even
out.
carry it, remember?
The soup.
You need two. You need Gawd and Kip would have to be carrying it together.
Whose man's is this?
I mean, is that a priority for you guys?
No,
to, like, your two
no,
strongest
no,
to be instead
no.
carry the pot of
No,
soup?
I
No.
don't. I do not want our two strongest
I'm not
encumbered
carrying
by a
a
pot.
pot of doo doo.
We're not doing that. It's because you said how big the fire was. I said never mind. I was like maybe we could put the fire since.
You was gonna use soup to put out a fire. That's crazy. That's crazy. You don't know if oil was made for that. You just gonna keep adding to the fire like that. That's crazy.
when Shadow causes a forest ride backdraft and sets everything else on fire. Okay, so the bodies are in the fire. Silas can't get to them.
Oh, question. Aren't you like a magic user? Can you
I
like cast a spell to make it rain? So
what
fire
user?
would stop? Magic user?
I heard it, but okay, go.
What's wrong with magic user?
Well, I don't know if it it doesn't work because all I have is ice knife and I have magic missile. I was checking my spells, but I forgot to change my spells on the nap.
Oh, okay.
The long nap to give myself a better diversity. Because I'm learning as I go.
Maybe.
So I don't think that any of my spells would be effective to
Put out the fire.
putting out a fire. I have ice knife, but if this fire is really 40 feet, 60 feet wide. I don't think.
I'm pointing at Shadow. See if can he put out the fire?
That's what I was looking at right now, and I'm saying, can I do the?
Shadow looks like he was daydreaming about that soup. That stew.
Can I use the ray of frost to put out the fire?
You have the ray of frost. What is that?
I mean,
The cantrip.
you're not strong enough to take out a fire in one go, but you can do a little something to it if you want.
I would like to do
Get a
it.
little frosty.
All right, cast it. You gotta roll something or what? Now I gotta do this fire and armor class. That's crazy.
You said what?
The fire has an armor.
He said, "Now I gotta go to fire and armor class."
I could just cast it. I don't have to roll from what I read here.
Yeah, he's just casting it because like the wisdom save is.
You would have
You
to roll
cast
for
it.
damage, but yeah.
Yeah, so you
Ray of
cast it.
frost. Go.
That is your cast move.
That is canon. I'm running with that. So,
Ray of frost.
That look like a Harry Potter.
Slash Pokemon.
I'm like
Pokemon.
ray of frost.
That's
Go.
Supervisor Shadow with his pen.
Man, bro.
Directing where y'all should be going, and he's like, "Yes, you go right there to the left." And
I
to
didn't
the
have
right.
too much what to think of how to. Trust me.
Vash is down bad with the middle management references in this session.
You
man.
have had your extensive anime and manga knowledge to draw from, and that's the shit you do.
Yo, I was literally thinking like, how should I cast this spell? Because I'm here thinking I was dead ass. Vash was thinking for Shadow like, yo, how should he do it? But I was like, yo, he's
Y'all
drawing
both
blank
know.
the whole time. I was drawing blank the whole time. He was drawing blank the whole time, and I was like, damn. Ray,
Well, that's
Frost,
your
go.
That's your casting now.
Bibbity bobbity boo.
That's literally what you did.
Yo, I was drawing blank. I was dead ass thinking. I'm like,
He
yo.
does that, and he starts spraying out Ray of Frost, and it takes a moment, but he's beginning to pacify the fire a little bit. If he wants to try to take out the whole fire, it's gonna take him a bit, and I'm not sure how much stamina he has to waste on that. But hey, that's up to you, boss. And that's what's happening. So he's just standing there, kind of just slowly but surely extinguishing the fire.
So we're just gonna stand there and watch, right?
I mean,
Is it?
do you
I was
want to
gonna-
wait for him? Because it's going to
No,
take him like
that's-
3 hours to do that. And I'm
what
not
I was
sure
gonna
he has
do
the
is, like,
magic
I'm a-
ability to do that.
so-
I'm gonna start
gonna-
investigating around the fire while he's pissing on the fire.
God, is it possible for me to put out the fire where it's enough where I put out a pathway?
Wow,
for
you
us-
see, that's
for
what I
us to
love
grab the body?
about D&D. You're asking questions like that, perfect. Yeah, if you actually have a plan to make a path, then it'll be quicker because you're not trying to put out the whole thing.
Of course.
Yes,
So
you
that's
can
what I'm
direct
asking.
a path into the bonfire.
So my team could grab the bodies and everything out of the fire. So that's the path. So that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. So they have to walk 30 feet into the bonfire. You're setting a path of 30 feet,
For them.
if I remember my math correctly. And yeah, you made a path. Around it, there's still the fire slightly smoldering, but you basically parted a bonfire, like the Red Sea. There's a wall of flames to your left and right, but
All right, I'm gonna walk in there and grab this damn body.
Yeah, I about to say I don't.
there's
feel
two
like
bodies on
I'll
this.
I'll
on
grab
this.
the other one.
All right,
Okay.
good.
I don't feel like I've been
I don't
there.
think you have the facilities for that, big man.
My strength is good, and then
You don't
I'm
got
a
enough
dragon.
hands.
Maybe you should allow Kif to give you a hand with that.
Dude, I like these puns, but
I'll walk over with the one body on my shoulder and I'll place the other one on
wow.
Lattice's shoulder.
I'm not-
Actually, but serious question. Out of character has players right now. Because I'm new to Dungeons and Dragons. Wouldn't Lattice being
a dragon.
a dragon, wouldn't his hand grow back?
Not Dragonborn. That's not a rule.
Yeah, I was just thinking that my skin. would be
He doesn't
tough
have
enough.
extra limbs. He doesn't
Yeah,
grow extra limbs. and
so
stuff.
they're like dragonoids, which don't have the regenerative capabilities of like
Lizards.
dragons.
Mm. I was just thinking because it was flames and I
So
was
just
dragging-
imagine, you know how
Like,
Donkey banged that dragon? Imagine if just, you know, John went bang Cheryl, the dragon lady.
Yeah. I just figured with my dragon skin flames, I could get in there safely. I didn't feel like I was helping very much, so this was my chance to help.
I'm
But
helping
yo-
you help us, okay? It's fine.
You should have
your
walked into
one
the
hand-
flame. You should have walked into the flames before Iceman over here cooled everything down.
You are a red scale dragon, aren't you?
Look, I clearly can be burnt because my hand got burnt off. But I
That's
think
a
I
different type of magic.
Okay, that's valid. That's valid, brother. Okay, back into character,
He just
everybody.
holds up.
I just
He just holds up a burnt nub.
Ray,
Motherfucker.
applause. Go.
like old dude on Happy Gilmore, how he had the hand.
but you kept your hand though, right? Because I was supposed to remend you.
Yeah, I got it. Well,
No,
when
no.
I woke
there
up, I was
there
naked.
was no. You weren't naked. You were in the
Yeah,
same clothes.
He took
that
our
you
stuff.
saw
They
the other-
took everything.
Oh, you
No,
took my hand?
when your hand was taken off,
took my
I
hand.
told
He took
again.
your hand.
Remember, it was like the dark flame.
Oh, yeah.
There's no evidence of a hand ever like remaining. It's just gone. You're not getting that hand back.
The black flame of Itachi.
So selfish, God.
It's cool, bro. I got good woodworking skills. I'm gonna whittle you a hand from this femur I'm
I
carrying.
want you to
around.
have a hook.
Yeah, I want to hook too now.
No, I'm gonna whittle you one of these, and then you walk
I can,
around.
you don't try
You walk around
motherfucker.
karate.
Instead, let us wear a cape and be like Shanks. Just don't get the hand. Just wear a cape.
I'm gonna turn it into a nub so I can just punch people like.
That feels like that's gonna hurt you more than that hurts the
I
person.
agree.
you punch.
Yeah, that'll be hurting you. That'll
like
probably
that's-
take some life points out of you.
That ain't gonna work too well for you, bro.
Yeah, I feel like you hit somebody like that, and he's just like, "Come on, man, stop playing."
So
I thought we was for real.
as you bring the bodies down, you again these bodies are charred. It's not adding up how lively the fire is being and how charred these is. There's a discrepancy, a temporal discrepancy. But anybody who's proficient in medicine, if you decide to do a check, or a history check, you may learn something about these bodies.
I will attempt another history check because my medicine is not very fantastic.
I'm
I
gonna
will-
try my medicine check again.
I would like to check a history check too.
My history was a 13.
My medicine's a 18.
How to do history check?
Exclamation point C space HIS.
Oh, never mind.
Two.
wrong one.
Press 2.
Exclamation C3.
Exclamation point C space.
Ooh, Shadow got 19. One more
You
than
go
Sam.
crazy.
You got history. I did medicine.
What's medicine?
Oh, yeah. Sorry,
How do I
thank
do
you.
medicine? Exclamation point C. Med.
Yeah.
Space MED.
All
Go
right.
crazy.
Doing good.
I've been afraid to roll this whole time because I was like, I'm gonna
Basically, you're kind of safe already. You're
You
fine.
did it.
First time I rolled. It'd been cool.
Like I'm wrong finally.
What you roll?
19 for medicine.
Okay.
And
So
me for
GB
history 19.
In GB, you just look and you don't really recognize
I'm
much.
on
You
my-
just
I'm on
know
my
it's a
bad
body.
shit.
Yeah, you just know like, hey, this is a dead elven body, and a dead human like noid other body that's smaller than this elven body. That's all
Oh,
you
that's
know.
trash.
As for Lattice, did you roll history or no medicine?
No, for
So
me, history.
Lattice and Esgaja are able to tell that this body definitely couldn't have gotten this way sitting in this raging fire. It should have been beyond worse. You can tell that the body is actually still while it's preserved kind of. You can identify that the elven body is definitely out of a woman. You can tell that she is a bit larger than bigger, taller than most elven women, and you can tell that looking at the humanoid, the smaller humanoid creature, that it was actually a child, and it was not a human child, but what seems to be a chunkier kind of kid. You can't really tell. It's the bone shape is abnormal because you're not used to seeing bone shapes like this. But after everything that's happened thus far, one may make some assumptions about prior events, and one may not. As for you, Shadow, Supervisor Shadow, your history check, you're able to tell that
19. Yep.
you look at the elven body and you notice what seems to be a chain that was charred in. But what shocks you is that there is a very distinct jewel that is free from debris and is not damaged at all. And something goes off in your head. So you pull it up and you look at it and you kind of brush it off. And this thing is as big as your palm. This elven woman is big. This necklace that she's picking up is as big as his palm, which is still smaller than Kith and his Gaja. But for the humans here, that's a that's a fucking chain. Like that's a flame type chain. You feel me? Um, and it's a locket, and you kind of just run your fingers along the side, feeling a couple of latches, and open it, and in it is a work of art, and you kind of just stumble because what this is, it depicts the famed artwork of a beautiful elven queen from several thousand years ago.
Does that painting look does that person in the painting look familiar? Like we've met her before, like our first campaign?
You've never met her.
No, it's not
You've never
Cam.
met her. No, it's not Cam. You've never met her. But
And you said
why would this body be wearing this chain and make your inferences? And Vash knows from what time period this woman is from, and yeah. So what happens?
So I'm gonna ask Shadow, what is he noticing? Because technically he noticed it, but the group hasn't.
Yeah. So
did it.
Vash, what you doing? Shadow, Supervisor Shadow, what you doing?
I'm gonna tell the group of what I saw about the chain, and I'm gonna tell them what I know about the history, and I'm gonna tell them.
So for everybody else, make a history check.
Wow. Here we go.
Let's go,
Wow.
ladders.
History.
Don't fail us.
Yeah, history would be memory as well. Yeah.
Exclamation point. See history.
19. Nice.
HIST. No, not you, Vash. I
I know.
mean, not you, Shadow. Yeah, you good.
I got a dirty
I
one.
knew it. I knew it.
Wait, like you subtracted?
Yeah, it's 2 minus 1, 30. I didn't have a good history roll.
You stupid as hell. Oh my god.
I don't like to do history check.
I did.
Damn.
It's a
I did a-
31 though. It's not a nat one. It's a 31.
I did a natural 7.
Oh, okay.
Kith rolled a 19.
Okay.
I wrote a fucking 9.
Okay. So none of you register what Shadow is saying, like some queen from like thousands of years ago. Like it doesn't that doesn't make sense. But Kith, you realize the story that it comes from, because the story depicts the rise of your people, really.
I'm out here bad. I'm just looking at this body, just surveying it. Such a goop.
Supervisor Silas in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
Jesus. Who's holding the locket?
Supervisor
Me.
Shadow is.
Me. I'm holding the locket,
I'm gonna walk over to him and let me see that.
and I pass it to you.
So, like I said, it was as big as the palm of Vash's Shadow's hands, as big as his hand, really, not just the palm, as big as his hand. So for you can tell, like, yeah, this is abnormally big. It lines up with what you're thinking of, and yeah, continue with that info.
What's on the other body?
the other body. So when you go towards that, you can tell that there was definitely clothes on the body, but because of the story and the history that you know, um, uh, Kith, you can assume that this is the body of the newborn child that was to be the first, actually to be the second, the official second member of your race. He was the second born. This was a baby.
Oh,
Silas
dark.
Silas notices that his body has legs.
Silas going outside.
I rolled a 5 and a 9.
Yeah, so what do you do with that information, Kev?
Oh boy. Well, he's gonna kind of take in everything that was just revealed to him, and he's gonna look around and see if there's somebody watching him or not.
You look around and there's no sign of you guys being watched.
Okay, good.
Silas decides to take a step back from the body and kind of put his hands on his hip, and he looks around the area too.
Oh God!
I'm gonna investigate the log a little closer now.
All right. Roll investigation for me.
I got you.
Or roll it at advantage because you should be.
Shit, I don't know how to roll advantage.
ADV. Exclamation point C space survival space ADV.
No, investigation. You be roll investigation.
I got you.
Yeah.
Silas begins.
I got a 15.
Okay.
That's it.
I mean, Silas, first of all, do you even notice that you got a 15? Like, let's be real.
Silas rolled a 5 with that's a 5 including his +4. So
yeah, so you don't even know which way.
Silas don't even know which way is up right now. He is down bad at this part of the story after carrying us.
He's Asgaja dumb now. Okay.
No, he's like Shadow dumb. Silas is
Hey. He's been giving some good history lessons.
No, Silas is about to take the femur and try to break up these burnt corpses and call it like brisket or something. I don't know what is on his plate right now.
Low key, if you wanted to, you could still cook up some of the meat that's on your femur if you're hungry. You know.
Yeah. No, I don't know how long that shit been sitting down. Who do you think I am, Shadow?
You just gotta heat it up. That's all.
Silas drops his femur and begins walking the perimeter.
He came up on the femur.
Let it go.
He really gave up on the femur. Oh Lord! All right, all right.
As he walks the circumference of the fire, he mumbles things to himself.
Thinking mental notes of the duties he's gonna tell the other workers to do. And he's like, man, it's been a hard day at work here. I already came up with 10 tasks that I just gotta, delegate it.
Hey man, Silas acting kind of sus. He doing too many tasks.
Yeah.
Silas is down bad, man. I don't even know how to manage. I don't even know how to manage Silas when I've done this many bad rolls in a row. Like, how did we get here?
I'm still trying to roll a nat 20 and it's not coming.
Congratulations to us.
So you guys are doing whatever you guys are doing. You're investigating. Yeah, what you wrote a 15. So, Kif, as you're investigating it, you can tell that this was, from what you remember and whatnot, this was the famed locket that was thought to be buried with the body of this elven queen from thousands of years ago. So basically, like millennia ago.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that you're seeing this here, and from the body, oh no, you didn't. Did you roll well for that one?
For which one?
Which one?
Did you do a history or medicine check on the?
No, for the other body.
You didn't have to because you recognized the.
Yeah.
No. We're talking about the other body. You recognize.
Oh, okay.
So, like, yo, this is definitely out of place. Like, this should not be. Something is really wrong in terms of setting and everything, because this is not an event that happened in the history, but this is definitely the body of said queen, and that is the baby of said queen.
Okay.
So,
Interesting.
you're like, what the fuck? What? The question shouldn't be where are we, it's when are we?
Good question. All right. So can I open the locket?
Oh, the locket is open, and you see the artwork.
Oh, okay,
that's
good.
How, that's how you were able
just
to
making
confirm.
making sure. I thought it was on the outside.
Yeah. No, the outside is just a beautiful blood ruby jewel.
All right. Well, I'm gonna pocket that real quick. That's mine now.
I was about to say, put that
pop it out the locket.
Put it on your neck.
I'm talking about the whole locket.
Oh, you gonna your pockets deep like that? Yeah, you are Goliath.
I mean, like, we already
Do
got
you have
pants.
pockets? You don't have pockets.
Yeah,
You gave us the
You
pants.
get to decide what that's pockets.
You don't have
Nah,
pockets.
you said-
You don't have to wear
You
that.
said we
chain.
didn't have pockets earlier. I'm not.
Fine.
I'm not playing this game.
I ripped a hole inside my
Right, it's gonna fall right through to your ankles.
Put it
Y'all
right
not
in the
playing
neck,
Silas' face. He ain't had nowhere to put his stick earlier. He had to carry it.
So instead of he goes to put it in his pocket, realizes he doesn't have pockets, and he gives a deep annoyed sigh, and then he puts it over his neck.
Yeah.
Oh, you're wearing it.
This nigga got it
Wow,
on his neck like
that's
Flavor Flav.
That's a bold ass move, dog.
Silas comments from across the fire. You look pretty, big man.
Kid just kind of looks at him.
I hate that I can't roll any natural 20s. That really
Silas comes back out of frustration and tells the campaign he can't seem to find anything at this particular site. And please forgive him because his wits seem not to be with him at this moment.
I asked, what were you looking for?
Anything, a sign,
a message from
a
God,
piece of glass, a message from Petty God to tell me that who, what, when, or where we are. And I found nothing. It seems that all I see is the fire, these two burnt bodies, and some scorched grass.
Oh my goodness, that's hilarious.
Have the bloody footprints stopped?
The bloody footprints definitely led to this area. Like, where it stopped was where you saw the big apparition Kif that you assume it's Salvatore. The others are like, it seems similar.
So question, all the footprints led us out of the huts and they merged, and then the footprints led us to this flame, correct?
They led you to a couple of campsites, but it finally settles here at location 6.
So is it safe to say this is the origin or the destination of whatever footprints?
You can assume that this is a stop of said footprints, a significant stop.
Can I
But
see
you don't
where
know what happens. You don't. The footprints just stop there. You don't know
They
where
stop
it goes
there?
on. Yeah.
Okay. Where exactly do the footprints stop? At the flame? At the...
Where you saw the apparition when you
Okay.
first came to the clearing. So just to the side, the bonfire illuminated them.
Is Silas crazy yet? Is he still hearing the melody, or is he only having the melody play in his head because it's stuck?
That's man. Who knows? Who knows? But it's there.
Is it louder? Oh, I can't. I don't know.
We don't know. Silas don't know.
Um,
Silas just a supervisor at this
Yeah,
point.
Bee Gees is just going off in his head right now.
Askaja. Oh, is the fire like green, or is it like just regular orange, yellow fire kind of thing? Because
What a great question.
like, yes.
The fire is not normal looking fire. The fire is actually shades of purple with areas of black, which you guys have done a great job of avoiding the black flames. Because the last time you guys saw black flames,
A lot has told us to avoid him. It's fine.
I lost my hand.
Hey, you watch your black flames.
Oh God.
Nah, bro, you don't want no problems. You don't want to go over that. I'm gonna keep it 2 versions with you. The flames take your hand, buddy.
I'm weak. So yeah, that's what happened.
I bet. So I put on the chain.
Bold move.
Bold. Oh.
Oh, but everything's fine, right? So we good.
Does
Nothing
anything happen? Does
Okay.
anything happen that we can see or smell or tell once Kif puts on the chain? Does
Oh, can I
Kif
smell now?
Does Kif look any different from us? Has his perception changed?
No.
Am I a gerbil?
You still don't smell anything. Nothing has changed to anybody. You guys are
Am I a
still
gerbil?
in what you are in. But you start to hear noises in the wild. All of a sudden, it seems like a silence was lifted, and you hear the rustling in the trees of what could be, whatever creatures run around in trees. I mean, I can't say squirrels because we're in a fantasy world, so who knows whether that's good or bad. Try your luck though. And you hear creatures in the sky just flying by.
Oh, we get started. We have our
Before we didn't hear nothing, right?
Yeah.
Is Kif the only one that?
Do you guys? I mean, if that's your assumption that you lost your senses, you can run with that. I never
Is
said.
Kif the only one? Is Kif the only one that's hearing things?
No, everybody hears this.
Okay. I mean, we can't assume that we lost our senses because we were still able to see and touch, and we couldn't smell.
One at a time.
And taste.
One sense
And
at a
taste
time.
too.
Well, you don't. Well, the taste was bland, so we know we had taste. Lack of seasonings.
The supervisor would know something about that, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so now Kif has tried on the amulet, the locket was the word that you used.
Right.
The locket, and he's regained his hearing. Well, all of us have regained our hearing, so it seems that a piece of reality has come back with the locket. So Silas asks Kif, "Did
That's
you notice?"
a cute assumption.
Huh?
Huh?
No, that's just a cute assumption. But continue.
Well, we ain't got much to work on. I'm rolling sixes. I'm rolling sixes over here.
It's
firing-
cute.
I'm firing on 2 cylinders here, Petty guy.
It's cute. I'm enjoying this. Continue.
Silas noticed that we can hear now that Kif, the chosen Goliath, has put on the Goliath's locket. And so Silas asks Kif, why did he choose to wear the locket? And if he's seen any other like jewelry or anything on the bodies or anywhere else.
He looks him dead in the face and he goes, "I didn't have any pockets to put it in." And he goes, "As far as the other bodies, I don't think I found anything, right? Gawd."
No,
Gawd.
but you know from your history of your people, and you know exactly everything makes sense to you in terms of who these 2 corpses are.
Mm-hmm.
And,
So I'm gonna relay all that to the party. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so these 2 corpses are the first and the second of your race?
It would seem that way.
No, the woman is still an elf. He's not an elf as far as I know.
Yeah,
he's a Goliath. And that baby he knows that baby, and he has shared that information with you, is Goliath like.
So the baby is Goliath like, the woman is elf.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but she is bigger than most elves, though.
She's a large lady, huh?
Yeah, she's a large.
She's a tall lady, and she made love to a Goliath and gave birth to a Goliath elf baby, which started the Goliath race.
I didn't say that.
He didn't say all that, but good effort.
Yeah, I'm about to say
true.
first Goliath. That's what I'm thinking.
No,
So-
he's the second. That baby's the second of his people. That's what I said.
So Silas simply looks at the size of the people, and based on what Kif has just informed them about, these two bodies, Silas asks, how is it possible that they're here now in the present?
Good question. Are we truly in the present?
So you're saying we're in the past?
Potentially.
I think Kiff should remember what was said to him before
Remember, Simba.
these events took place.
God damn it.
Something was said to you, sir.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he goes. He did say, because it was like the day of despair or something like that, right?
No, he said relive despair.
Yeah, relive the despair. And he goes, yeah. And then he thinks about it, and it clicks because we are in the past. When or where, I'm not entirely sure.
Oh, you know for sure that it is at least thousands of years ago because she died. Official reports is that she passed away peacefully thousands of years ago. However, what you're seeing is contrary to reports.
Is
but
not
you
that
can
she passed
assume,
away peacefully.
yeah, you could assume that this was thousands of years ago.
So,
I say let's say
asks-
6,000 years ago. Okay.
Silas asks Kif, based on the history of your people, what happens in this moment and what should we do?
Well, from the legends, my God, this queen died peacefully. And he kind of looks at the rest of them and goes, do you believe that was a peaceful death?
That look
No.
peaceful now.
She looked Rat hard.
You're the worst. And then he's like, well, it seems
That
like
baby too, huh?
Yeah, yep. He's like, looks like we're learning the truth of what potentially was the beginning of where I'm from.
So Lattice goes, I guess we better step out of these flames before they enclose around us. Because
Y'all
you
still
worry
inside
about
the
the black-
flames?
they're black fucking flames. Yes, I'm worried about them. I know.
Are
what
y'all
they
still
do.
inside the? Y'all been inside the flames the whole time? We not outside the flames? What is
we
y'all
were
doing?
outside it.
We've been outside the flames. Do you
I didn't know
remember?
we moved. Nobody ever said we moved. We
Lattice
just
is the
grabbed
only
the
one
lock.
standing in the flames.
Why would you not move? You already had your hand
Remember-
taken away by the flames.
Remember,
Why
I
was you
said,
chilling?
Ray,
We did.
our frogs go, made the path for you guys, and then we
Made the path.
brought the
Yeah,
bodies
and then
out,
still-
and we
so
left
I
the
did-
flame.
Tossing the
Okay.
swan.
I did move. You're right. Okay. I was about to say, because if we still having this conversation in this pathway,
Look,
But,
man,
yeah, I
we
forgot
trying to
we
save
did.
you, but if you want Petty God to take you out the game, just let us
You
know.
feel
Like,
that strong
I
way
forgot.
by fire?
I was one of the ones, you know what I'm saying, that volunteered this tribute to put
okay,
the body on my back.
so don't.
You're
don't
lucky
say
I haven't
vol-
rolled a natural 20 yet. I've been
Right,
rolling.
don't
this
say
out,
don't say
waiting
volunteer
for
as
it
tribute
to-
in front of Petty God.
No, I'm
Right?
saying-
Because
I'm
he would
saying
take
Ray-
that. Because he would take the Viking
So-
and he would sing it. You're dead.
So we know that there are black flames there. We know that were the bodies inside the black flames, Petty God.
That's where the
Yeah.
no. I mean, you can't tell if there's any bodies because you're not trying to poke around in there. The last time you seen them flames at work, especially the black ones, a hand
And it,
just
they
was
took
missing.
they took man's
Mhm.
hand. They took his good claw.
Yeah.
His good
So
claw.
you didn't look to see if there may have been any bodies in there because I mean, even if they did fall into a black flames, they'd be gone.
So we know that she died peaceful. Now we're finding out that she didn't die
Well,
as peacefully.
According to legend
So-
from Kith, yeah, that's what she learned about
So-
these people.
Now Silas's question is, who done it? If she didn't die peacefully and she was murdered savagely, burned to death, who done it? And why
we
this child too?
and
Did we
why-
not see who it was? Savitar or something? From before?
Salvatore is in our present, right?
Can I mean
We
Can
haven't seen
Goliath-
Salvatore.
are
in the-
Goliath can Goliath like live for a long time?
They can't live for that long, but who's to say Salvatore before Goliath?
Salvatore sound like Sasuke if he got black flames around here.
Mm, More like
Hey.
yeah, more like Itachi if he wiping out his own people though.
That's true.
That's very true.
The name just reminded me of the Flash season 4 or season 3 with Avatar.
That's what I've been calling him.
We
Same
not
here.
there. We trying to wipe out this campaign.
So
I'm trying to kill us.
I'm on my third glass of wine. I'm starting to feel it. So
Is the flames? Do we know like it's the same flames though? That's Avatar with those black flames and stuff.
No, I mean, for all that was your first time seeing such an attack. Like you've heard of attacks like that, but to witness one before, and for this one, it seems similar. Like unless you're willing to risk it, since the first, it's like, hey, that just. Who knows? That was just 1 in a million chance that that's what would happen with these fires. Like that, the color doesn't denote what would happen. Let's just jump into the flames. So shall we? You can try that. I highly recommend it.
Silas asks Kif, what does he think will happen if we throw the locket into the black flames?
Wow, that's so.
I say what?
well,
What do you think will happen if we throw the locket into the black flames?
I don't think it will burn because the bodies are burned to a crisp, but they was on her person.
Yeah, the jewelries.
Yeah.
Like I said,
stayed.
there's purple and black flames. The black flames are recognizable. The purple flames, I mean, that's up to your assumption.
Kif he goes, shouldn't we test it on something that's not potentially important?
Oh, what about
Silas takes his femur, his chicken bone.
That's what I was just about to say.
There you go.
And he grabs it with both hands. And shout out to Nigeria for winning the entire Olympics today. He does a spin around and gives it his best shot put. What is it? The gallon throw?
The hammer throw?
The hammer throw. Gives it his best hammer throw and lets the bone fly into the black flames.
Okay, so roll athletics. Exclamation point C space ATH.
I know athletics is not damn it, Silas.
It just falls to your feet.
What did you roll?
A 6.
I'm right back in a sec.
Okay, so as you dramatically prepare,
My rolls have been so bad today.
They've been pretty garbage today.
Pretty dumb.
you
Absolute doodle butt cheeks.
you let go, kind of slipping, losing your footing, and you fall on your ass. And the femur doesn't really go too far, but it goes right through the purple flames, like charring, but it like disappears into some black flames.
So it disintegrated once it got to the black flames. So it was char and
So
then
they real.
disintegrated.
It's real.
The black flames is real. I look stupid. I think my lesson for the day is that I'm trying to do athletic things outside of Silas's wheelhouse, and I'm just gonna stick to reading books.
What's crazy is that's the one time I could have used a good roll. I got +5 on athletics. I might have been able to help finally.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I didn't know he was gonna throw it
with one hand. And mind you, this is the size of a Goliath shaped creature. You doing it with one hand.
So
my strength is 16 + 3, so
So you strong, but you also have one hand.
that's true.
I only need one hand to throw it, man.
No, this would be a disadvantage because you're used to doing stuff with 2 hands. Especially something like this would be a 2-handed event. You're not a barbarian.
Yeah,
you're not that strong.
You only just lost the hand moments ago.
You have it adjusted yet to.
Is this
Dang.
so? Gawd, I was gonna ask. All right, we investigated the bodies, but do we notice now fresh prints, new trail that's literally walking?
No, I mean the footprints that you
ends
see
here?
here, that ends here, like they're from older than before the fire. They're older than the fire. So the fire is more recent than the footprints.
So you said there were 5 different fire fires, right?
Yeah,
Six total. You've only
total.
been to 4.
Technically 6. We went into 4 of them.
Yeah.
The
You've only
3,
been
the
to-
1, the 5, and now the 6.
So we need to go to. I would assume we need to go to another fireplace, right?
I don't believe there are any more.
No, there's
Oh, yeah.
2 more.
We've been to
Okay.
4.
Oh, it's 2 more.
Well, let's go to the other ones.
You still need to go to number 2 and number 4.
So which is
Let's do
closest
number
to
2.
us?
Let's walk to number 2 first. Wait,
Yeah,
which
let's
one is
head there.
closest?
Based
Number
upon
4
your
is-
memory, they're equidistant from each other, from
Okay.
your location. So you have to go to the left or the right, but it would require you forging into the brush, into the trees.
Would you
Because
say
there's no
into the
clear
thick of
path.
it?
Into
the thick of it?
Yeah.
All right.
Mind
Let's
you-
go to.
Well, never mind.
No, go ahead. Mind us.
Nah, continue, do what you gotta do.
Mind us.
Do what you gotta do.
Silas proposes that we go to number 4 because it was the most recently lit. out of
Number
the
4
two.
will be to your left. That's heading off to the side, and number 2 would be to your right. That actually takes you what you assume to be deeper into the middle.
Bro is warming them dice up.
Right? I was like, damn. He's getting
Let's
us
go.
ready.
Got to see it through, my boy.
I say let's go to 4. I agree with Silas because number 4 is off and number 2 is directly in the middle, so we're gonna end with a bang. So I'd say let's go.
Everybody raise your hand if you want to go to 4.
I raise my. These hand jokes are just ridiculous, man. I raise my
Left hand. Because you're not all right.
Oh, I forgot I made the all right joke. That was a good one. Yeah, that was a good one. I was in rare form last time. Okay, so are we all in agreement for number
Yeah.
4?
Yeah, let's go to 4.
Yes.
All right, the crew makes their way to 4, Petty God.
Y'all crash through the trees.
Let's
forging
think
your
of
own path. As I mentioned, you hear wildlife again, but let's just break our way path. And I need you all to make a I need you all to roll a con save.
Hey, what?
A con save.
Is that exclamation S con?
Space
Yeah, con.
COA. Yeah.
exclamation point S. Come on.
Mhm.
I don't want to talk about it.
Explanation con, you said?
Yes.
Exclamation
wow.
point S space con.
Thank you, Lord.
That is got a nat 20.
Who got a nat 20?
That is exclamation point S space con.
Yeah, I just thought that's my fault. 11.
So the one campaign where it seemed like I don't need to be rolling 20s or something like that.
No. This one you didn't need to roll the 20. But
Oh, okay.
So
Constitution.
what was everybody's roll?
I rolled nat 20 plus 1, so 21.
Keith.
I rolled a 14.
I rolled a 10 plus 1, so 11.
I rolled an 18.
Do you have something to say? Do you have something to say to the class?
I wrote one.
A nat 1 or a dirty 1?
Well, I wrote a 6, but I wrote a nat 1 plus 5.
Oh, you rolled, wow. We got a nat 1 and a nat 20 in this? Oh, this is going to be so fun. Which one do I start with first?
Oh, you
First
don't
of all-
you don't have to do the one. It's fine.
As Gaja and Shadow,
What's up?
you guys start to like stumble a bit. Feel yourself getting someone weaker and your vision starts to get hazy. Silas, you notice what is going on and you try to alert the rest, but you see Asdaja and Shadow and Supervisor Shadow starting to tumble, and as you open your mouth to yell, you begin to collapse and fade out. Visual, well, not visual, but your vision begins to fade out. Yeah, let's go to the map one. Kith, you walking forward. It's so beautiful. Kith, you also have the chain on. Who knows? Maybe this is not coincidental. Then no, I'm just like I'm just being all right, but I don't know. You, not me. I'm glad I'm not in this situation.
Wow.
As you walk, you just drop, but you had fallen behind the others, so nobody sees you, and you're reaching out, trying to call out, and you can feel yourself just being strangled. But it's weird because there is visually nothing in front of you. There's nothing that you see, but it feels like there is a hand squeezing my life from your throat.
It's my old hand.
The ghost of Steve's hand.
And as you begin to fade out, that tune that Silas had been, well, before you fade out too, Silas, I will reward you with this. And Lattice, this is important for you too. Even though you didn't know that Lattice was hearing the tune, but that tune that you were hearing, Silas, you finally are able to place it. It wasn't like a song. It was actually a collection of words. And Silas, you started to hear it clearly as you were fading out. Lattice, you're hearing this now, and Kiff, you're hearing this. It sounds like it's close to your ear, like being whispered in your ear, but it still sounds like it's being shouted out too. So you're having that like discrepancy, but everybody else was able to hear this. Silas, before you passed out, Lattice currently, and it's just relive despair, and in the most evil version of a voice you can hear. And Kiff, you just collapse because you've been strangled. And Lattice, you're witnessing Kiff. Like you look back and witness Kiff fall, because you're hearing the sound of relief despair is coming from where Kiff is, and you don't see anything, but you're seeing Kiff struggle as if he's being choked out. You see that Silas is falling. You see that, of course, as Gaja and Supervisor Shadow are already down for the count. And you look around, unsure. You're still hearing the phrase, relive despair being repeated out. And all of a sudden, as you're staring, your vision just goes black and you lose all sense of feeling. And that's where we're going to conclude this session.
Did you just murder me?
I'm just standing there and I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
I didn't say that.
Did you roofie us?
I feel like you just murdered me.
He roofied
Did you
me.
roofie us?
Don't
That's felt
worry.
like the longest explanation of drugging us and killing one of us. That's what it felt like.
Well,
The first thing I'll do on the next session is try to save Ray.
how can you save Ray? Your vision went dark and you went numb. You don't
shit.
know what happened to you.
Dang, I went numb. I had 20.
Yeah, you
Oh,
were
yeah.
able to be the last one standing, apparently.
Sounds like an astronaut in the ocean to me.
All right, well, I wish I could save everybody, but I couldn't even
Lattice
save
was the
Ken.
last
Nah,
one
it's
standing?
okay. That's how I felt in the beginning of the campaign too.
One could assume. We don't know what happened.
Lattice was the last one standing.
He was definitely seeing everything. Yes, he was. the
That's
last one.
convenient, as it's like we found you on the trail. So I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you Peel Lattice.
Wow.
Right before Ray died, but you sleight of hand.
Why y'all continue saying Ray died? I just said
I'm just joking right now, but I'm like,
he was choked out.
It sounded like it.
if he does die, I'm using sleight of hand to get that necklace.
that
I'm
one
gonna come back
hand.
to. I'm gonna come back to life.
You was ready to take his care package and everything.
Yes,
Wow.
crazy.
With
No,
this good hand too.
this is not canon, but I thought that would be funny.
Y'all be careful.
No,
Steve,
this
Allow
this
us
is
to get
canon.
This session is canon.
Allow us to
I
get you.
It's canon.
This is canon.
Oh.
This is canon.
Well, I mean, he said the session. He said that's where we end the session. I was just being funny.
Oh yeah. No. Well, no, we can include it.
No. I was being funny. Come on, man. I've learned my lesson.
If you would like me to kill off Ray so you can get that necklace,
No. The first thing I'm gonna do is try to save Ray if it's all possible.
I would like to come back and haunt Lawless's entire family line.
I would allow that too.
Wow. So I say I'm gonna rescue Ray. Ray says I'm gonna kill.
No, that sounded more like you was gonna take the chain. You was looking forward to that chain,
That's what I heard.
to that locket. I mean, he already popped the jewel out, so you was gonna go for the jewel too, I think.
Wow.
Who really popped the jewel out of a holy locket and then
Listen,
put it on?
I thought
and
there
then,
was something was behind it.
this man.
But
Just...
Ray said, "Flavor, flame."
So, ladies and gentlemen,
I'm just supposed to carry it. I got pockets.
ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming through. Thank you for hanging with us. We know we saw a little bit late. We ran a little bit late, but thank you for staying with us. We appreciate all the love, the support. Make sure you follow these guys as we begin to wrap up. While we were missing some players, and we even had ScubaSteve come in late to still join us, this story is still canon. Part 2 when we have a full roster.
Ray
Don't
may be
worry, I
dead.
already I have plans for how the others will be able to fit into this world. But we're enjoying this. So as we close out, who's going first to give their sign-offs?
All right.
Not everybody go at once.
Yeah, like who wants to raise their hand?
I mean, ScubaSteve was just starting back. Supervisor Shadow, stop.
I gotta make sure that we
The
get
man
somebody
was
hands
already
raised.
starting, and you're out here like, wait, let me.
Can I
let me
file a
assume
complaint to HR?
Let me assume
Hey,
order.
sir,
Even though
you
order
don't have
is established.
HR. You're dead, so you cannot really talk.
Bash was like, "Let me get one more
That's
hand
why I'm
joke."
going to HR. See, nope.
Bash was like, "Let me get one more hand joke in before."
Yeah. Go ahead, Scuba.
I'm ScubaSteve1428 on all social media and representative of the Hip Mob crew. Yeah.
All right, next, Sam. No, not you, Sam. Never mind. Gosh, go ahead.
Me?
Yes.
Oh.
Who closes these out? Doesn't it Sam close out?
Yeah.
GB, you don't have you want your plug in?
Well, I mean, no, but the last person is the one who closes out. So isn't Sam gonna be the last person?
I was gonna say, since we made that donation today, Ray, can you give us an exit song for us to this campaign?
I mean,
I died.
technically you can wait for the exit song so it can flow naturally. When you exit this,
I got it. I'm finna go.
or-
I was just trying to finish up my food. I got hungry in the middle of this.
No worries.
It got.
But
to
this
me
carries
watching,
over, Ray. You owe the people a song next
Bet.
session. Yeah.
Watching Supervisor Shadow eat made me hungry. So yeah. Shout out to everybody here tonight. Had a good time. It feels good to be back in campaign mode and doing another adventure with you guys. It was absolutely amazing. For anybody that's watching, if you want to check me out, I'm GB, host and captain of the Worst Generation podcast. We have a dope crew over there. We just started dropping episodes for season 3. So go check out our most recent episode, which would be great for all new listeners. It's a pod rank episode. We talk about all the podcasts in the community. We talk about what we like about them, what we like about podcasting. We give flowers to all the people around. You will hear all of the podcasts that you see present on this session of the campaign right now. You'll hear about all of them and what we think is special about them. And, shameless plug, we were even featuring the Petty God, Dungeon Master, King of Villainy, Ape, on that podcast episode. So it's all around a good time. Go check us out. Worst Generation Podcast. You can find us at www.worstgenerationpodcast.com or on Twitter at worstgenpod. That's all I got to say.
Man, I need to work on a spiel because every time I leave, I just say my name and leave.
Everybody fuck with ScubaSteve over at IPMOD, which stands for Inside the Mind of a Blerd podcast. We love them over there. They have a couple shows. They got the subsidiary, which is mangaka Mixer. It's their anime arm. They also do a wide range of podcast episodes that tend to all types of blerds, whatever you may be into. We do gaming, we do comic books, we do anime, we do movies, we do just blerd them in general. So Inside the Mind of a Blerd, go check them out. Hosted by ScubaSteve, but really hosted by all of them niggas over there. Yeah, up and coming, rookie of the year. Check them out.
Great.
I'm gonna clip that. And
My name is rayapollo. Like I said, don't follow me. Go follow the rest of them. But don't forget July 19th.
What's on July 19th? That's my birthday.
Find out. Besides your birthday, you gonna find out.
July 19th, my birthday, and that's also Sincerely Love's birthday.
Bad.
Oh,
Everybody,
It's gonna be a good day. Let me tell you.
everybody that was Ray with undeniably big checkmark energy.
Don't follow him. You probably already following him.
That's not true.
Big verification energy. The one and only checkmark Ray.
And waifu sniper because he wants to steal people's waifu.
I don't.
That's what snipers do.
I don't steal them. I
He
take them before you
gets
get
to
them.
him first. Yeah, he gets to him first. It's not a theft if you never had the waifu. You feel me?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? You didn't even see it coming. All right.
Supervisor Shadow, your plug.
For Shadow, find him when he continues doing the stupid shit he does in D&D. But for Vash, definitely follow at Vash, at Legendary Vash, everywhere else on social media, IG and Twitter. Definitely check out Anime Lately, Anime Podcast, episode 102 coming up this week. And don't forget to check out the Anime Lately giveaway. It's on the pinned tweet of the Anime Lately, twitter.com/Anime Lately, where we have until July 29th, episode 104. We will announce 2 winners. And those 2 winners will get either manga or webtoon or a Blu-ray movie, whichever of their choice. Those are 3 options, and each winner will get a Pokemon card from rayapollo. So definitely, guys, continue doing the hashtag of Anime Lately giveaway. Just check the instructions, follow us, sub to us, and follow us on Twitch as well and Twitter. So definitely, all the instructions are there. And thank you guys for all the support of Anime Lately and the crew here that joins us every session for D&D.
Word. You know the vibes. It's the petty god himself, son of Darkseid, the villain of the shadows, Prince Issue. You can follow me on social media. Follow me on Twitter at Prince_A Lawal, Prince_ALAWAL. The same thing on my Twitch. You can find me there. Just follow me. I'm revamping some of the content I'm doing, trying to better find myself and find where my niche is. So the first stream back is likely going to be tomorrow. We're going to talk some my favorite horror franchises. So tune into that tomorrow. Check out my podcast, the O7A podcast. I actually dropped a movie review a couple days ago on Fear Street Part 1. You'll get the review for Fear Street Part 2 that just dropped yesterday on Netflix on Monday. And then I believe by like Friday morning, I'll drop my. I'll wait. Part 3 drops this coming Friday, so you'll get my spoiler review that following Monday as well. Just expanding stuff while scheduling conflicts between me and Osa. Because forget, he's a whole daddy. I'm out here appearing on other podcasts and stuff like that. Definitely follow the other podcasts I'm part of Inside the Mind of a Blerd. Head to our YouTube page. We have a merch store. Check that out. Follow all of these people here. They're the homies for real. Appreciate them. And Sam, take us away.
Guys, you can always follow me at Sam the Mega Man and all my social medias. Continue to follow Anime Lately. Subscribe if you have not yet. Press that like button and give us a comment down below of your thoughts of D&D in this session, in this canon session that we will continue maybe the first or second week of August. We'll see. But yeah, anyway, guys, it's been a good night. Peace.
No exit song?
I almost called you
Next
out your name.
time.
You said next
time.
Okay, bye.
Hey, y'all.
I have it written down.
Dun, dun, dun.
The recording has